I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/pinsan, Justin Gutang. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Bonnie lang yung tawag saan, Bonnie. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm J.O. Ambohot, 25 years old. 6'7", position, power forward. Nanggaling ako sa New Bataan, Davao de Oro. At doon ako natuto mag-basketball. Tinatawag nila akong Yoy. Di ko din alam ba't yung binabansag nila sa akin.
My name is Kenneth Villocando from Tondo, forward, 6'2". Bago mag-start yung pandemic, nag-online training na kami. Hindi kami ng loob para mag-give up hanggang sa matuloy-tuloy itong NCAA.
Hi, I'm Fran Yu, 23 years old, 5'9", point guard from the Letran Knights. Kami yung team to beat. Dagdag motivation na rin po para mas lalo namin galingan. Huwag po sana tayong mawala ng Arriba spirit.
Hi, I'm Makuwag Ludanya, 20 years old, 5'11", shooting guard from Lyceum of the Philippines University. Nag-extra work talaga ako. Yung go-to workout ko, binalikan ko siya kung paano ako nag-work nung last season ko sa juniors.
Hi, I'm Marvin Taiwan, 25 years old, 5'8", point guard from the EAC Generals. Nakakatuwa, pinili ako ni coach na captain ball, kaya kailangan kong gampanan yung pagiging team captain.
Hi, I'm Prince Carlos, 21 years old, 5'11", and point guard from the CSB Blazers. I have to be more vocal sa floor, and I have to be like the extension of the coach. So I have to improve on my leadership talaga.
My name is Ralph Frederick Barcelona Penuela. I'm from Bacolod City. I'm playing point guard for San Beda. Trying to have a healthy mind, eating well, work hard lang every day.
Hi, I'm James Canas Carpete. I'm 6'2", I'm 23 years old. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I think we're almost ready. I'm pretty excited for this new team, like going into the season because we're all new guys, like a lot of new rookies. And so it'll be a big test, but I know that we're ready for it.
Hi, I am Paulo Hernandez, 23 years old, 6', shooting guard from the Mapua Cardinals.
And this is day 3 of your NCAA Season 97 Men's Basketball Tournament. Stronger together, buo ang puso, still at the heart of Metro Manila in Mandaluyong City. There you go, it is our first Tuesday here. And if you guys were not able to catch our first game, papunta po tayo sa ating second offering of the day. First game po natin, nanalo ang Perpetual Health Altas kontra sa JRU Heavy Bombers, both playing their first games here in the season. 77-56 behind the solid all-around performance of Jello Razon with 13, 6, and 5. And that brings us to our second matchup of the day, the one that will complete our Tuesday doubleheader here. It is going to be the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates going up against the host school of season 97, and that is the College of St. Benilde Blazers. That is the matchup at hand here, and we thank you for catching all of the action right now live on GTV. Gayon din po online sa gmanetwork.com. Nandyan din kami sa YouTube, sa Facebook, pati na rin po worldwide on GMA Pinoy TV. You guys have Martin Javier, happy to be at your service today here in the panel, and I'm also working alongside Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio for this broadcast, at ang kukumpleto naman po ng ating broadcast team today. Yung una natin, pangalawang game na niya as courtside reporter. Unahin na muna natin ang magre-report mula sa LPU, ang medtech reporter natin na si Christian Sebastian. Yan po si Christian reporting from LPU side. At yung pangalawa naman po nating courtside reporter is gonna be an all-male panel here in our second game. Pangalawa po natin, doing his first game here in the season, debuting in the NCAA, reporting for CSB. Nandiyan ang boy next door ng Pasig.
Boy next door talaga.
Ayun,
Boy next door.
Iba yan na si Bailey's Acon. Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen, at good luck po sa inyong mga report mamaya. But Coach Hammer, let's break this game down. Both of these teams were in action in our opening day. Unfortunately, both of them were also on the losing end, pero maganda naman yung effort na pinakita nila.
Oh, definitely. Magandang effort ng College of St. Benilde. They were leading that ball game against Letran up to the last 36th minute. And then on the last 4 minutes of that ball game, Letran took advantage of them and won handedly. Sa kabila naman, LPU staged a late rally, but they were very anemic in the second half, only scoring less than 40 points. So napakahirap sumabay when you're playing against San Beda that way.
At matapos po yung una nating laban kanina, officially, lahat po ng teams natin nakapaglaro na. Ito yung ating team standings, Coach Hammer. Maaga pa sa season natin.
Maaga-maaga pa, pero dahil maiksi ang ating torneo, every win counts. Again, we need to repeat it. The first two teams, the top two teams will get a twice-to-beat advantage. The number 3 seed and number 4 seed will knock it out to get into the Final Four. The loser of that ball game will be facing another play-in game. The number 5 and number 6, the winner faces the loser of the other knockout game. At yung mananalo doon, yon ang may makakakuha na ika-4 na pwesto at ang kanilang premyo, twice-to-beat advantage sa top 2 teams. Yun ang makakatapat nila.
Sa top 2 teams. That's a glimpse both of our team standings so far and our tournament format in season 97. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin ang pareho nating kupunan. Unahin muna natin ang team mula sa Intramuros, the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. Again, they lost their first game of the season against the runner-up finishers of season 95, and that is the San Beda Red Lions. Itong LPU, Coach Hammer, kung makikita natin yung mga numero dito, we saw the effort. They were down big at one point, but they made the push in the fourth quarter to at least keep it close.
They had better field goal shooting. They had less field goal attempts. They made more shots. 33 made shots compared to 29 by San Beda. But the big discrepancy is the free throw shooting. San Beda is plus 14 on makes. 18 made free throws para sa San Beda. 4 lang para sa LPU. And interesting side note, San Beda had 33 free throws compared to 8 by LPU, despite the Pirates being more aggressive and attacking the shaded area sa kanilang advantage, and the points in the paint 52-32.
That's true, Coach Hammer. Excellent number that you highlighted there kasi yun yung pinakamalaking disparity sa magkabilang panig na yon. Pero yan po ang LPU Pirates. Mamaya naman pag-uusapan natin ang College of St. Benilde, ang kanilang makakalaban. Okay, Alice, magbabalik ang NCAA Season 97 on GTV.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/pinsan, Justin Gutang. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Bonnie lang yung tawag saan, Bonnie. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm J.O. Ambohot, 25 years old, 6'7", position, power forward. Nanggaling ako sa New Bataan, Davao de Oro, at doon ako natuto mag-basketball. Tinatawag nila akong Yoy. Di ko din alam ba't yung binabansag nila sa akin.
We are back inside the St. Benilde Gym right here in Salle, Green Hills in Mandaluyong City as we continue our pre-game coverage of our second game today between the LPU Pirates and the College of St. Benilde Blazers. Good afternoon, everybody. Mga kapuso, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok. Live na live ngayon sa GTV. You guys have Martin Javier alongside Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. At kung kanina, Coach Hammer, napag-usapan natin ang LPU, may highlight muna tayo na player. Because, you know, a lot of people are expecting this player to break out for LPU kasi nasa kanya ang susi. And he did not disappoint in their very first game. Enoch Valdez, is he the next beast for LPU?
22 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, and 1 steal. 2 steals rather.
2 steals.
Para dito kay Enoch Valdez, galing sa blind side, getting a lot of points off turnovers and fast break points. At meron pa siyang isang heat check 3-point shot na nagulat tayo.
Sa kanto to.
Na winave off yung kanyang mga kampe and the shooting from the outside. Si Enoch Valdez, hindi natin to kilala as an outside shooter, more of an energy guy. But now, given more opportunities, he is proving that he might be next.
22 points, a hot start of the season. And again, that was against the defense of the San Beda Red Lions as well. So a fantastic performance for this guy. Pero let's see if he can sustain that against the CSB Blazers. By the way, it's now time for us to go to the other side. Pero tingnan muna natin yung mga numerong binanggit mo kanina, Coach Hammer. 22, 8, 1, and 2 steals para dito kay Enoch Valdez. At nakikita mo na yung development niya. Minamama niya na sa ilalim, sa mga agaw, playing the passing lanes very well. Ganun na, nag-level up yung laro nito ni Valdez.
True, talagang nabigyan din siya ng minutes because last season 95, he wasn't getting as much minutes as you want for a player to develop. But now, given an opportunity na kanya lahat ng minuto, that's the prerequisite for you to be better. You need to be able to do the reps and do quality reps.
Yun. Oo, because back then, they still had the Marcelino twins. Sila,
they were loaded.
Loaded
Super
pa sila.
loaded.
Correct. Pero pag-usapan naman natin ngayon yung makakalaban nila. Let's go to the other side of the fence, the College of St. Benilde Blazers. They were in the opening game of the season against the defending champions, the Letran Knights, and they experienced a heartbreaking loss. I call this a heartbreaker because, again, as you mentioned earlier, they were leading it most of the game until that probably 4.5-minute mark no fourth quarter natin. That was a go-ahead 3-pointer by Renz Abando, and Letran never looked back.
You call it a heartbreaker. Sa amin ang tawag, banderang kapos. Yun ang nangyari. They were leading 3 quarters. They were very aggressive to start off that game. Their defense was on point. Coach Charles found gems in Colliar and Benson. But in the end, the talent disparity, Renz Abando and Franyu taking over. An important factor there was the aggressiveness of the big guys by Letran. Havillonar and Sanggalang combining 14 points, 23 boards, 13 of those coming from the offensive rebound side. So mahirap kumuha ng possession pagka inaatake ka ng inaatake despite being a taller team compared to Letran.
Yun yung Sanggalang and Havillonar. Sanggalang, I think, had 13 rebounds and Havillonar had 10 rebounds. You saw the disparity earlier in the rebounding department. Yun talaga ang nagpahabol sa Letran at nagpanalo sa kanila. But CSB, again, a great effort from this side. Yun nga lang, this has been the glaring problem for them in the past few seasons here in the NCAA. Sino ang pupuntahan nila, lalong-lalo na kapag ka-crunch time. Pero baka nakahanap si Coach Charles Chu in that game. It was a revelation for the newcomer, the Filipino-American in A.J. Benson, who scored 16 big points to lead his team.
Bakit nga naman hindi? 4 na 3-point shots, 11 attempts from the arc. And you gotta commend him. He had 8 boards and 3 assists on that ball game. Ganda ng hustle niya and the way that he played on both sides of the floor, malaking bagay. He had a mild sprain and it was said that he might miss this ball game, but he is suited and booted, ready to perform in today's game.
Sabi ni Coach Charles, tatansyahin ni AJ kung kaya niyang maglaro ngayon kasi nga namamaga pa yung kanyang paa. But let's see, AJ Benson will be a big factor for this team. Pero susunod na po, jump ball na between the LPU Pirates and CSB Blazers. Huwag kayong alis, magbabalik ang NCAA Season 97. Stronger together, buo ang puso.
It's always nice to see fresh faces starting out in the industry and accompanying them on their journey as they grow to be broadcast professionals. Let's get to know our 2 guests whose dreams have just come true as they are chosen to be part of the 13 NCAA courtside reporters for season 97. On Chatbox, here are Avia Zunic and Eden Hernandez.
Woo!
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
Good.
First off, we want to congratulate you for getting selected out of hundreds to audition for courtside reporters.
Thank you.
Feelings first, because you've been through a lot since that that confirmation, that announcement up to here. Dami niyo ng dumaan. Feelings about being courtside reporter for the NCAA. So let's start with Avia.
For me, this is also overwhelming. Talagang nakakapanibago, going to the studio, shooting, our workshop and all that. So we still need to get used to it.
Kinakabahan ba kayo? Hindi naman.
A little bit.
Kinda, yeah.
To be completely honest. How is Martin as a man? We have
We continue with non-stop college basketball action in the second game of this doubleheader. This is the NCAA Season 97 Stronger Together, Buo ang Puso. We are live on GTV in the Philippines and internationally through GMA Pinoy TV and GMA News International. Let's meet the starters for the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. At point guard number 93, Enzo Navarro. At guard number 7, Maclaude Guadagna. At center number 13, Jerwin Ginto. At forward number 10, Yancy Remulla. And at the other forward, number 2, Enoch Valdez. Head coach for the Pirates is Gilbert Malabanan. And now, let's meet the starters for the season's hosts, the College of St. Benilde Blazers. At guard number 7, Robbie Naive. At guard number 26, JC Cular. At center number 22, Tay.
Here in your NCAA Season 97 Stronger Together, Buo ang Puso. Kikilalanin na natin ang magsisimula mula sa magkabilang panig. This is pretty much the same starting unit for LPU, but on the other side for the Blazers, Coach Hammer, they're starting Tain Davis today alongside McCoy Marcos, nakasama ng regular starters nila na si JC Culyar, Robbie Naive at Will Gozum.
I love the game of this kid, McCoy Marcos. Ever since high school, we saw him grow up. Ang dami itong mga batang to nakita natin dito na they grew their roots here in the NCAA, and a very versatile forward. Itong si McCoy Marcos, I'm very high on this kid. I love the way he plays and I love the toughness that he brings for the Blazers.
And that's what they would need here against a very scrappy and fast LPU team. First quarter begins.
Both scrappy teams nga eh. No? Both scrappy, both physical. Saka isa pa gusto ko, Sean Umali.
Sean Umali, off the bench. Yep. He was the surprise player ng LPU in that game. So we'll see. We are expecting the pace of this game to go from 0 to 100 very quickly, Coach Hammer, given the nature of basketball these teams play. Pero yun, JC Colliar was not very effective in their previous game against Letran. Ito, nagparamdam in his very first possession.
And this would be a marquee matchup for today. Enzo Navarro and JC Colliar, both floor generals, both tough competitors.
Yeah. Ito nga si Enzo Navarro, binigay kay Yancy Remulla. Ginto sa loob, short stop, wala. Valdez with a putback.
Ibang-iba yung dindig ngayon ni Enoch Valdez. That was really a breakout game for him. Nakita mo yung kumpiyansa, biglang umangat. And he also had experience playing in the pro leagues.
And here's the running game of LPU in full display early on. Both baskets coming from Enoch Valdez. Robin Ivan now will back up. Look at the swarming defense here of LPU. They will go to Will Gozum. Hinanap si Davis sa labas. Colliar will reset. He is looking for the screen. Instead, gets it to Davis. Here's the three-pointer. And that's good for McCoy Marcos.
Home court. Yeah, home court.
Alam niya to. Kabisado niya tong court na to.
And then I was having a chit-chat nga with assistant coach Marvin Benilde, his high school coach, na niloloko ko siya. Sarap maglaro naman sa home court.
Diba? Ay, paano? Gamay pa rin nila to.
Of course, they won a championship here in the juniors.
That's right. Mintes yung tres do ni Valdez. Remulla collects. Turnaround is off. Here comes Colliar. Nagmapadali si JC Colliar. They don't have the numbers. Robbie pulls the trigger. That is too strong. Guadagna collects it. Valdez again in open court. Pero mas maganda yung abang ni JC Colliar.
Soft outlet pass. Instead of just looking for a guy for a forward pass, they forced that one. That turnover para sa LPU.
Here's Davis. They swing it to Robbie Naive. Naive, they have 8 seconds to work with. Naive driving and scoring on the lay-in.
Always had that in his arsenal. Very strong, stocky guard. Yung contact balance niya maganda and can finish in traffic.
Habang abante ngayon ng LPU, puntahan natin si Christian Sebastian for his report. Christian?
Pagbangon ang title ng kanta na palaging pinapatugtog ng mga pirata sa loob ng bubble. Nagkataon na ang koponan ay motibado para bumangon muli pagkatapos ng kanilang laban kontra San Beda. Nakausap ko nga ang team captain ng LPU Pirates na si Renzo Navarro at nakatulong daw ang laban nila noong Sabado para malaman kung nasaan na nga ba ang team at kung ano ang strengths and weaknesses na kailangan nilang trabahuhin. Sa loob ng 2 araw ng kanilang paghahanda para sa laban ngayon ay nag-focus daw sila sa depensa dahil dito sila kinapos nung nakaraan at more flow naman daw pagdating sa opensa. Payo naman ni Coach Gilbert ay play hard, ibigay ang 100% at maging agresibo pagdating sa depensa at opensa. Martin at Coach Hammer nag-iwan din syempre ng mensahe ang captain ng LPU Pirates para sa CSB Blazers at good luck daw at sana maging safe ang laban na ito sa anumang injury para sa dalawang koponan. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Christian. Napakagandang mensahe naman nun mula kay Enzo Navarro, who by the way scored 15 points in that particular game. Ito yung breakaway ni JC Colliar. Again, early points here for JC. Again, we didn't see this in the early game against Letran. Steal and score naman para dito kay Robbie Naive. Back-to-back hoops for CSB.
Now the energy is picking up for CSB. Their pressure against Letran was a half-court trap. Ngayon, full court blast sila. Hindi nagtitipid. And a charge here. Good effort by Davey, sacrificing his body despite being a bigger guy, setting himself up to take the contact. Saktong-sakto. Kahit hindi ka maniniwala na tatamaan, but the momentum of the offensive player.
Everything going the Blazers' way. If I'm not mistaken, this is now a 9-0 run. Kasi yung simula kanina ng LPU, 2 baskets ni Valdez, 4-2. Ngayon, 11-4 talaan natin. Pero ganda nung sinabi kanina ni Christian, the emphasis on the flow of the offense. Kasi dun sila nagkulang, especially on the half-court set of Coach Hammer. Naging mas epektibo sila when they were in the open court.
Exactly.
Up and down.
That's the strength of the LPU program for the longest time. Playing high tempo, up and down. Yeah, you want to run pattern plays, but if you're playing college basketball, kausap natin kanina si Coach Aris di maunahan, ibang-iba from the pro game, ibang-iba from the semi-pro game. na ang college takbuhan talaga eh. And with a condensed schedule, dyan mo makikita ngayon sino yung mga nagpa-kondisyon talaga.
Ito, dalawang teams naman to, mukhang kondisyon na kondisyon. This is gonna be a turnover for Robbie Nivey and CSB. But let's see if LPU can break the dry spell. It's 6:24 to go here in the first quarter. Medyo napako sila sa 4 points so far. And again, stingy defense being displayed by the Blazers. And speaking of CSB, let's now go to his first report of the season. Go ahead, Bailey Sakot.
Yes, Martin and Martin have just had the chance to chat with the CSB Blazers prior to this game, and they mentioned that Coach Charles Hsu commends them for their overall scrappy defense and their competitiveness, which led them to lead for most part of the previous game versus the Knights. Now, their lack of boards, their missed free throws, and the small details are what they needed to work on, and what they worked on over the weekend is what they lacked previous to this game. Now, coming into the same, Coach Charles Hsu expects them that they forget about last game and that they have more positive and better body language, and he expects them to run higitan pa ang enerhiya ng mga mabibilis at mga maliliksi ng mga Pirata. Martin.
Maraming salamat, Baileys. And that's exactly what they're showing right now. They're showing more energy. And they're showing the same grit sa simula ng laro nila against the Letran Knights.
The question would be sustainability. Yeah. How do you sustain it for 40 minutes?
Especially against a non-stop LPU team.
Oo, ang lalim din eh.
Naive Colliar pulls the trigger and knocks it down. GC Colliar, if I'm not mistaken, has 7 points right now in the game. 7 out of the 14 of CSB.
A lot of the baskets that he got, all of the baskets is galing sa broken play. One on sideline inbound, straight post with shot clock winding down, a 3-point off a ball swing sa scramble, and the fast break layup. So 7 points, energy points for CSB.
We got a timeout on the floor here. Magbabalik po ang inyong NCAA Season 97.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising, getting all your senses ablaze.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News.
And it is a blazing start for the CSB Blazers, 14-4 lead here in the first quarter, almost halfway done. And so far, 50% of their scoring, again, coming from one guy, JC Colliar, who is, more aggressive on the offensive end, especially with the absence of his running mate, AJ Benson.
That's a big part of the responsibility, being the lead guard, especially the way basketball is played right now. As we see turnover numbers, nakakatatlo na rito ang CSB, 6 sa LPU. And interesting note, 2 turnovers, Mac Guadagna.
Wow.
Oh, passing turnovers.
Adjusting pa itong si Mac Guadagna, again, a mythical member in the juniors.
And a lot is expected out of him.
Yeah.
A lot is expected out.
Right.
Na nasa ilalim kahit may bangga. Skill talaga yan eh.
Very skilled big guy. Kaya tayo nagulat nung previous game. Itong si Sean Umali. By the way, Flores is in the game.
Nagulat ako na nakalipat siya ng swing.
Yan,
Kasi I was thinking that he would stay with the Letran Knights.
Kasi yan, former Letran square to. Ball will stay on that side of the court with 10 seconds to work with for CSB. Pero nakita mo yung agaw kanina ni Valdez kay Colyat. Dinaan sa haba ng galamay, Coach Hammer.
Nakawit.
Oo, nakawit.
Sakto yung sundot.
Colyar, he is feeling it. This time it's too strong. Enzo Navarro, nagbababa. LPU looking to create a run off the timeout. Umali again! Sean Umali with back-to-back hoops.
Martin, you gotta give credit to Enzo Navarro. Hindi niya ginamit yung blur screen. Hinatak lang yung bantay. Sean Umali, short roll. Atake sa gitna. Ito, nakakuha pa sila ng turnover.
This is Larupay with the basket. LPU off and running. 10-14.
Itong dalawang bagay dito sa LPU kasi tumatakbo at kailangan lang nila masustain yung energy nila for 4 quarters.
Pasok na pasok sa sistema. Ito si Corteza, a very athletic player, knocking down the mid-range J.
Tough angle. Going to the sideline, high arcing jumper for Miggy Corteza.
Umali, nabitawan yung bola. Ball will stay with LPU. Last touch on Robin Ive. Couple of substitutions here from CSB and LPU. Pero tignan muna natin itong fast break play ng LPU kanina. This is the outlet. And then Larupay challenging the defense of Davis. Going all the way. Mabilis na pinawi naman dito ni Corteza.
Tough angle. Jab going to the baseline with your momentum. Touch. Short corner jumper. Pag big guy ka, dapat PU.
And this is another steal for the Pirates. CSB just committing errors right now. Larupay, they swing it to Mac Guadagna. 12-16 is the count. Guadagna will attack. Will kick it out to Kunanan for 3. Kunanan too strong. And we got a foul here. Is it against Barba?
So on John Barba and I think number 18 of CSB.
Tapos si Chris Flores.
Chris Flores.
Wala sa...
And now getting more minutes na rin to si Chris Flores. Had an impressive season 95 in spurts. Nabibigyan siya ng konting minuto. And would get a few buckets here and there, and the intensity would always be a plus pa yung energy niya. But now we'll see if he would get a little bit more time.
Yan. Ang bantay niya ngayon, John Ato Barba. Backdoor dapat dito si Barba, pero nakauna dun si Flores.
Bata nitong team ng LPU. Magkakasabay sa high school yan di ba? Umali, Barba.
Yan. Magkakakilala din. Kamay nila yung mga laro nila.
Guadagna.
Double foul pala yung tinawag kanina, kaya possession ng LPU.
Yes.
Guadagna, that's gonna be an illegal screen, offensive foul against Larupay. So 16-12 CSB weathering the storm. Na itong LPU attack na 6-0 kanina, naibawi kanina. O naibawi rin pagkatapos pala. Will Gozum, look at the twin towers right now of CSB. They got Lepalam and Gozum,
which is playing his more natural position of that 4 spot. Dahil skill big guy itong si Will Gozun He likes operating on that high post and on the foul line extended. Di ba, nasa pinch, tapos iusog mo lang ng dalawang hakba facing the basket. Yun yung laro niya. Doon siya nakaka-create. Kaya nga ito nag-MVP kasi he attacks the offensive boards and he is a very good passer doon sa sistema ni Coach Randy Alcantara with the Red Robins.
That's right. Kumbaga, hindi siya yung sa malalim agad na pwestuhan pag nakukuha niya yung bola.
Meron siya nun, pero mas na-maximize siya dahil quick feet I mean, coming from UPIS, from Coach AG, and then with Coach Randy Alcantara, yun talaga, in sa batang gilas, the way that he is used, pinch post, nag-engage ng opensa.
Former NCAA Juniors MVP Will Gozum knocking down the second free throw. So 17-12, Ginto is back in the ballgame, replacing Larupay, who provided a spark off the bench para dito sa mga Pirata. It's Mac Guadagna now, bringing this one across. Siya na, nagpo-point guard dito. Guadagna gets fouled in the process, but you like the aggressiveness there of Mac.
Good move. Inside out, cross, go back to the middle. Medyo na-traffic yung bantay. Opted to poke at the ball. 2 shots para kay Mac Guadagna.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising, getting all...
Representative of the University of Perpetual Help, Sir Frank Gusi. Congratulations sa Perpetual.
Very good win.
Yeah.
Alam mo, hindi na ako nagugulat dun sa performance ng team ni Coach Mike Sagigit. I mean, knowing him as a coach and the way that they prepared. Pero nagulat ako dun sa JRU eh. Kasi I know how they prepared.
Yeah.
And they couldn't buy a basket.
Yeah.
JL De Los Santos, 7 out of 24. EJ Agbong, 6 out of 24. Dapat mag-yelo ng balikat yung mga batang yan. Dami nilang itinir. But, of course, law of averages, it would fall down as much as our players here are starting to make their shots after a very poor field goal shooting weekend. Below 40%. Most teams that played, the first 8 teams that played, below 40% na field goal shooting.
Right. Minsan talaga kailangan mo lang maitawid yung first game nyo of the season 2.
Mahigit 2 taong ka nag-aantay.
Ayun, tama. Sean Umali missing on that attempt, and by the way, before that, 1 out of 2 from the line. Carlo Lim, a surprise player against Letran, 10 points in the first half in that game.
And better posture in the post.
Nung nasa Lasal Green Hills yan, talagang hilaw na hilaw pa. Pero ngayon, nagpapakita ng iba't ibang galaw. And speaking of moves, it is Jerwin Ginto scoring on the roll.
Good flip screen right there. Slip lang sa ilalim and a good catch in traffic. Di na sinawsaw yung bola, finishing with a finger roll.
Ginto scored 10 points and 8 rebounds. Pulled down 8 rebounds against San Beda. Gozum sa labas, papunta kay Carlos. Carlos driving, attacking. Goes outside rather. And it will go to LPU.
Hindi talaga pipituhan ng referee. Ay, buo yung puso eh. But if you would attack and then try to ward off your shot and hindi ka nakatingin ng diretso, wala. Hindi ka pipituhan ng referee niyan.
A lot of physicality in that play against Carlos. Eto si Ato Barba, inilabas nila kay Umali. 15-19 is the count. A minute and 38 left in the first quarter. Kunana, natapikan ng bola. He is gonna be called for the travel.
Number one thing that coaches would teach, totoo talaga eh, no? Na defense is always predicated on effort.
Yeah.
Pinagpahinga mo yung mga bata na 2 taon. Gigil na gigil.
Speaking of gigil, hindi pumasok yung tira doon ni Ato Barba, a guy that we are still waiting. Lim, lalabas. They got a lot of time to work. No need to rush for Carlo. Go zoom for 3. No. And it goes to Navarro.
Hindi nyo nakita sa mga viewers natin ito. HD camera. Ayun, yung kapit sa binte at sa balikat. Yung una pa lang nung pag-hesitate back, sabay inangat. Magre-react yung defender.
Tamang-tama yung word mo doon, na veterano. Ni Navarro. Itong si Carlos.
Hinog na rin tong Enzo Navarro. Hinog na rin. And his draft stock, his pro career would be predicated on how he performs this season.
This year.
Especially the way that he pagtitimon at pagmamando ng kanilang opensa, because we know that he is a shot maker.
Yeah.
But the maturity and the next level is how do you engage that offense and how you elevate your teammates.
Yeah, exactly. Will Gozum at the free throw line, missing on the first. These are golden opportunities for CSB at the line. But nonetheless, they are still on top here. Will Gozum, a key big this season. A lot of expectations from this guy, because finally he is going to be unleashed dito sa NCAA. 20-15, 1 out of 2 for Gozum.
And alam ko kasama siya sa 23 for 23, diba? The list natin for the national team, if I'm not mistaken. So, matagal nang inaantay ng national team tong si Will na mag-blossom talaga to the best of his abilities.
That's right. Step back jumper. The shot maker, Enzo Navarro.
Swabing-swabe. Especially they needed that basket. They can't get into a rhythm on offense. Only the big guys have been scoring for LPU. Step back jumper. Swabing-swabe.
There is the swing to the other side for CSB. They got 12 seconds to work with. Patay na po ang ating game clock. So last shot time, Lepalam from the free throw line will not work. May isa pa palang tira ang LPU dito. 3 seconds, the heave here for Sean Umali. Oh! Half-court shot for Sean Umali.
Basic. Alam mo na tawag namin nun? Pagka off-season, si Coach Frankie, 500! 500!
Guys, Coach Hammer.
Sakto In rhythm pa. In rhythm
There you go. Coming from the logo there. The big boy. An explosive start for this guy. Off the bench pa, Sean Umali with 7 points. The first quarter, it will definitely count. At ang malaki doon, pampanabla yung tres na yun para dito sa LPU Pirates. But let's take a look at the highlights here of the first quarter. JC Colliar paced CSB early with 7 points, Coach Hammer. But when this guy entered, Larupay, Umali, it started the run for LPU and they were able to come back in this one. Kaya po tabla tayo sa pag-end po ng ating first quarter. 20 apiece. Pagbalik natin, second quarter of this game. Okay, Ngales.
It's the second year of the NCAA GMA partnership, so that means our coverage team is also expanding. This season, we'll be introducing 13 fresh faces that are going to be reporting from the sidelines of the coming games. Today, we'll get to know 3 of them. Kasama natin ngayon sa chat box sila Sofia Rodelas, Baileys Acot, at Chantal Laudet.
Yay! Hello, guys. Hello.
Thank you so much.
And how do you feel that you are finally a courtside reporter here in the NCAA? Okay, let's start with Sophia.
You know, when they text me, nga, pasok pala ako, it was actually during my birthday.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what I told them. It was actually my birthday that you guys messaged me, so thank you so much. It was like a birthday gift.
What a gift!
Yeah.
What a gift. Congratulations. Oh.
Belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hindi pala nila alam.
Hindi pala sinare sa mga batch nila.
Baileys.
For me, it's
ng CSB Blazers and the LPU Pirates 20 apiece as we begin the second quarter of this matchup. Very physical so far, very fast as well. Second quarter begins. You guys are joined by the two Martins, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, and Martin Javier here in the panel. And it was a quarter of runs yung panimula natin doon, Coach Hammer. Nagsimula ang LPU, binawi ng CSB, lumamang sila. Pero nung pinasok sila Rupay at umali, nagsimula ulit makapuntos itong Pirates. Let's see how they will fare in the second quarter of this one. This is going to be an offensive foul.
Warding off the defender. Yun lang. You like the energy and the activity of Ian Sirimulia, pero minsan nasusobrahan eh. Yung mga unnecessary contact that nalilimit yung galaw ng mga kakampi niya. But you love the activity of the guy eh. Lalo na ngayon, excited to maglaro. Talagang excited. Tagal na natin ito nakikita na nag-aantay, nakapila.
Ng opportunity. Ato Barba has an opportunity on the other end. And he takes full advantage. 2+1 para kay Barba.
And getting his shoulder into the hip of the defender, side to side. And of course, mas malaki si Ato Barba, tingin na contact for publiko, finishing on top of the defender.
Kung yung CSB may Juniors MVP, meron din tong LPU. Ito si John Ato Barba, fresh out of his season. Well, di ko na masabing fresh eh, but that was the most recent season that they had with the Junior Pirates. They went all the way to the finals. He won the season MVP award.
Tsaka 4 kasi laro nito eh.
Noon.
Oo, 4 laro nito eh. So nag-adjust pa as away. Kaya makikita mo pagka naglalaro siya ng small lineup, tapos kina-4 siya, mas komportable.
That's natural para sa kanya. Pero nung season na yan, 20.8 points per game as we take a look at this takeaway from Cunanan. And again, we shall highlight the steals of LPU. In the previous game against the Red Lions, they had 10 steals. They converted a lot of those on the offensive end. Pero dito, nakaka-5 na officially. 5 steals so far for LPU and we're still in the first half.
Out-hustled talaga ng LPU yung San Beda. Nagkataon lang na foul din sila na marami. And San Beda capitalized on it. It's a very big discrepancy. Plus 25 free throw attempts ang San Beda. So you can't win that way. Na you give up 33 free throws and a little over 50% lang naman 51% yung average ng players to make free throws ng San Beda.
And if you take a look at the stat sheet, yun yung malaki talagang disparity.
Pabor sa kanila lahat ng stats. Kung hindi pabor, dikit lang. Even the rebounding.
And so far, LPU able to come back in this one and take the lead.
So they're trying to review this call na they might elevate this to an unsportsmanlike foul because umaatake itong guardia ng LPU and ito si Prince Carlos over the shoulder yung isang kamay wanted to strip the ball and held the player down. So let's see if this foul would be elevated. So it's a regular foul because he was going for that basketball.
Okay. So 2 free throws coming up for Vincent Cunanan, another player na na-elevate sa seniors nila dahil nanggaling dito sa juniors program ng LPU.
Bagets na bagets.
Kaya ang liliksi.
And kausap ko nga itong stats guy natin, si JR, sabi ko sa kanya kanina, lalaki ng player ngayon. Kasi before, you would see players that are a little bit skinnier but more athletic. Pero ngayon, lahat malalaki talaga eh.
Kasi hindi na pwedeng iwanan yan sa programa. Sa basketball program sa mga
school natin. Uso na rin sa Pilipinas yung strength and conditioning. Dati kabilang yung meron eh.
Labante ngayon ng LPU. Ngayon, hindi na publiko with a 3-pointer. Puntahan natin ngayon si Christian Sebastian for his report. Christian?
Nanibago daw ang shooting guard na si Ato Barba sa kanyang unang laban sa Seniors Division ng NCAA noong Sabado. Malaki daw kasi ang pinagkaiba ng juniors dahil mas malalaki ang katunggali at mas physical daw ang labanan dito. Sabi din ng rookie, baon daw niya ngayon ang pagiging agresibo, subalit iiwasan daw niya ang manggigil habang nasa laban. Martin and Martin.
Maraming salamat, Christian. Pinanggit to ni Coach Hammer nung kinover namin yung game against San Beda. But let's acknowledge that great pass first Sanko going to Corteza underneath. So, a couple of solid executions for CSB Coach Hammer. Pero, eto, babawi. Itong LPU, Jerwin Ginto on the roll. Si Corteza is down right now, got hit in the face. But that's what you were saying in our coverage between San Pedro and LPU. Iba ang physicality dito sa seniors division, comparing it to the junior ranks. So,
malayo. Sa juniors, kasi may mga kalaban ka pang mga 14 years old, 15. Dito sa seniors, may mga kalaban ka 25, 24. And I could only speak through experience. I graduated early at 16 years old. Ito yung inadvertent contact, Martin. Nung sa shot ni Ginto, inadvertent kasi nasa ilalim din talaga yung you need to give space dun sa landing spot ng offensive player. So, inadvertent contact, hindi naman in-extend yung for him. But, going back, iba yung physical maturity and training maturity. Kasi dumating ako sa San Beda, my rookie year was the last year of Leon Horda, Kuya Alman Payo, Ron Capati.
Baga, ano na yun?
Para akong tinatrangkaso pag
binabangga mo.
I could still remember the way we played CSB. Capati and Al Magpayo is a very good friend of mine. Talagang contact. Galing ako high school. Akala ko okay. This is isang palabang ko. Mga aakit na ng pro.
Iba pala. Iba na.
Parang nilagnat pagkatapos. I could still remember it. And I had teammates who were also mature going to the pro leagues. Arjun Cordero was there. It's really physical, and if you don't lift weights, wala. Pero ngayon, lahat kasi nagbubuhat na, tsaka ang lalaki ng bata. And the nutrition is on point for all teams.
And again, this is in preparation for the next level naman.
True.
For these players, yung mga pupuntahan nila pagkatapos ng NCAA. Jerwin Ginto missing on the second free throw. This is Jethro Publico facilitating now for CSB. Hounded by Guadagna. Eto si Corteza going around, and then the trick shot will not work. Pero nakuha niya ulit ang bola. Great hustle from Corteza. Robin Ive now finding Sanko inside. What a pass by Ive.
Good account of himself. Itong si Mark Sanko also had bursts in season 19.
From straight away, in and out. And Valdez pulls it down. Inok Valdez na rin ang nagbaba ng bola para sa LPU. Ginto. Finding Valdez, who's been silent since the first points he scored early in the game. Guadagna, no good from the corner. Corteza pulls it down. Too strong lang yung pasa dito ni Corteza.
Still waiting for Mac Guadagna to hit the basket. Because I know shooter shoot And once the floodgates open, sunod-sunod yan Kinakapapa niya yung opensa nila Halatang kitang-kita mo very tentative. But meron tong bata to
But you love the action from this guy, Coach Hammer. Yancy Remulla scoring a basket and drawing the foul in the process.
You know, I love energetic big guys. And especially yung mga gumagalaw without that basketball, setting screens, slipping. It comes with maturity the timing and the fluidity on how you roll. Just like that, it was a good read dahil hindi naman ginamit yung ball screen at walang naka-shade sa help side. So it was just a quick slip and recognizing his teammates, rewarding Yancy with a catch and finish.
That's right. Yancy Remulla right now at the free throw line. Again, nung loaded talaga ang LPU bago umalis yung mga veterano nila, pasundot-sundot sa minuto. Etong si Yancy. But now, heavy minutes for that guy and he converts from the free throw line. Sanko. 26-27 is our count.
Sabi nga nung assistant coach namin dati, panapanahon lang din, your time will come.
That's right.
Kaya kailangan patient ka when it comes to your practices para ma-develop mo yung sarili mo.
Lalo sa college, as we see Guadagna here, take the shot and miss. Kickball, tumama sa paa ni Enzo Navarro. So, Sean Umali, balik sa ating laban.
Good matchup. Davis Umali.
Parehong, sabi mo nga, malaki ang kaha.
Ayun, gusto kong matchup sa ilalim.
27-26 still.
Para mga back in the days match-up ng NCAA, mga Goten Boss, saka Tyrone Bautista.
Outlet pass here.
High school.
Guadagna for the touchdown. That's Guadagna's first basket from the field. Balikan lamang sa LPU. Naive. That was another fast break play, by the way, for the Pirates. Ball staying on that side. There's a whistle.
Ganda na sana nung depensa nila. Enzo Navarro had an opportunity to recover because the big guy was shading the penetration. Sumundot lang instead of running to the hip of the ball handler. Natawagan tuloy siya ng foul.
So may timeout tayo dito for the LPU Pirates. Magbabalik po ang inyong NCAA Season 97.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising, getting all your senses ablaze.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free.
That's what we are witnessing here in the second frame. 5:32 to go. Dito sa laban ng Pirates at saka Blazers. And CSB trailing right now by a point. Pero ano kaya ang kwento na hatid sa atin ni Bailey's Akot? Go ahead, Bailey's.
Yes, Martin and Coach Hammer. Coach Charles Hsu gives utmost frustration and utmost emphasis on taking care of the ball. Most of the points na nakukuha ng mga Pirata ay dahil sa kanilang turnovers, kailangan nila alagaan yung bola kung gusto nilang manalo sa larong ito. Most especially, hindi daw matatapos ang depensa kung wala pa sa kanila ang bola. They need to crash the boards. Yan ang naging problema nila prior to this game. Ito yun pa rin nagiging problema nila ngayon. He expects more from the Blazers now. Kailangan din nila maging agresibo sa opensa at mag-adjust sa sistema. Back to you.
Maraming salamat, Bailey. So far, Blazers have 10 turnovers in this game. Great emphasis there by Bailey's on, what's lacking from the Blazers in this matchup. It's just a 1-point game, but they could have easily done more, especially with the great start that they had, Coach Hammer.
And they had a lot of opportunities underneath the basket. A lot of open shots, but too eager. Ganun lang talaga. May magigil talaga
On your screens right now is Kapuso star Althea Ablan. Yan po kasama ng lead cast mula sa GMA Afternoon Primetime Hit na Prima Donnas. Yan po si Althea Ablan. Na-interview ko to, may ka-love team din to. Kasama siya sa nilaunch na love teams ng Sparkle Artist Center. So it's good to see.
Hihirit sana ako ng love team na inabutan ko Pero that's entertainment pa yun sa channels.
Halata na.
Hindi, 90s naman tayo. 90s naman tayo. 90s Saturday. Yan, 90s Saturday tayo. 90s Saturday tayo.
Kilala pa yan ng mga bata na.
Mga mommy and daddy role na. Mga love team na.
Mommy and daddy role na. But back to the action here. Nating katuwaan lang po syempre mga kapuso. Thank you for watching on GTV right now of the NCAA Season 97. Numbers from Sean Umali so far. He's got 8 points.
2 boards.
2 boards.
An assist. And a block shot. Wow,
And a half-court shot earlier.
Yun talaga yun. Yun yung nagdala.
Yun.
Yun ang highlight.
Highlight. Gagamitin yan buong season. Here's Makoy Marcos from CSB. CSB down by 2 right now. And again, they throw the ball away. So CSB is still having trouble with their errors, rather. And JC Colliar will be called for the personal foul. So 29-27, Chris Flores papasok para sa CSB, replacing Makoy Marcos. This was the foul that was called. Remulla handling it, Naive, and then
on the poke.
Nasa penalty na itong CSB. Nangangalahati pa lang tayo sa ating second quarter, so LPU expect them to take full advantage of this and be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
So nakikita natin, unang mainip talo eh. Especially with a high energy, high tempo ball game. Pagka didepensa ka, kailangan harap-harap talaga eh. And if you get over-eager or impatient, susundot at susundot ka. So dun yung natatawagan ng foul. That was what happened with LPU last game because they forced a lot of turnovers, they got a lot of steals, pero marami din silang foul na binigay. Right now, binaliktad naman nila silang umaatake.
Yun nga lang, hindi masyado makakonvert ang LPU from the free throw line. Only 4 out of 11 from the line so far.
And another foul given up here by Sanko.
So second foul on Mark Sanko. Let's take a look at the turnovers here in the second quarter. Ito ang nagpaangat sa LPU so far. 4 committed by CSB, Coach Hammer.
Yun lang. Yun yung nagdidictate ng tempo kasi maraming possessions ang CSB compared to LPU. But when they take a shot and LPU secures a board or gets a stop, talagang fino-force nila yung fast break. They force to run because that's the strength of their team, and even the big guys are running hard to the paint.
Right. Bilis nga ng reaction natin. Pag nakikita mo yung LPU, pagka-rebound pa lang, you have probably 2 to 3 guys already running on the other side. Yan si Remulla at the line, nailing the first. Pinawi yung dalawa niyang mintis kanina. So, JM Bravo is in the ball game right now for LPU.
First minutes of season 97.
31-27. Nakakunti yata siya against San Beda.
Pinasok ng mga
pero sundot lang.
Sundot. Kung matandaan kasi ang bilis magpalit ng tao ni Coach Gilbert against San Beda.
Talagang shuffle niya yung lineup doon. But this is going to be a foul. That's JM Bravo on your screens right now. 31-27, LPU building a 4-point lead. And this is so far, 4 na puntos na yung pinakamalaki na inilamang nila dito sa ating laban. 10 seconds to shoot for Cuellar. Naive, they go to the middle. Tane Davis, too strong. There was a push against Chris Flores.
Yun lang. No longer needed. Play was done. You need to forget it. Sprint down the floor. Play defense. No more extra action.
And we were talking about the pace earlier in the first quarter, Coach Hammer. This foul situation right now of CSB is slowing this second quarter down to the advantage of the LPU Pirates because they get freebies, free looks from the free throw line. Yun nga lang, yung nagmiminti sila.
But at the end of the day, Martin, ito parang investment scheme to eh. Long-term investment mo tong mga free throws eh. Paunti-unti. Pagdating ng dulo, makikita mo yung value niya. So you need to maximize all these free throws that you would be getting. And making a foul.
Ooh. Alright, so AJ Benson, initially, hindi po dapat maglalaro to.
Wala na mabunot si Coach TY. Their offense is in flux.
AJ Benson in the game, nilaban ni Benson yung kanyang sprained ankle dito. Let's see if he can contribute. Again, clearly not 100%, but he is a go.
Coach Charles Chu. Correct myself. Nasanay ako Coach TY eh. And I know Coach TY is watching.
For sure.
Definitely.
From Canada, Robbie Naive too strong. It is Mac Guadagna on the move. Guadagna!
Good defense by Robbie Naive. Playing the floor, sprinting to the driving lane, putting his body in the line of the penetration.
That's experience coming from Robbie Naive. Na-depensahan yung rookie na si Guadagna. Carlo Lim right now. Oh, all the way to the basket.
And he showed that in the first game, not being afraid to take that basketball to the paint and finishing right hand or left hand, walang problema.
Lim scored 10 points against Letran, all in the first half. Miscommunication between Navarro and Valdez.
Early backdoor para kay Enoch Valdez. Ina-expect ni Enzo Navarro na pagka-apak pa lang sa shaded area, tsaka siya ba-backdoor.
Here's the move earlier. Coming from the half court, Carlo Lim all the way to the cup. Lim again, drop off this time to AJ Benson, who scores his first 2 points.
So that opens up his game. The way that he penetrated, mapipilitan na humelp ngayon on the screen and roll, and recognizing that he has that big guy on that dunker spot, drop it. Just a quick 2 para dito kay AJ Benson.
Lim doing the right things in this juncture. He gets the steal here. Benson on the move. Benson scores the easy basket.
Instant impact from AJ Benson. A little ginger when he gingerly walking. Itong si AJ Benson.
Oh, an offensive foul on the bulldozing Sean Umali.
Quick 6 points para dito sa CSB upon the entry of Benson. Sets 2 good screens. Frees up his teammate for a penetration. Then gets rewarded with a drop pass. And then running the floor.
Right. Getting
awarded again with a forward pass.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising.
And this guy on your screens, reigniting the offense of the Blazers. AJ Benson with back-to-back hoops. That one from the drop-off, the setup by Carlo Lim. Ito naman, si Lim pa rin ang nag-setup in transition.
Unselfish basketball and sacrificing dito si Davis taking the contact. So, pumipick up the defense is fueling the offense. Again, those 6 points came from stops.
Right.
That's very important. Kasi mahirap yung stop ka lang ng stop tapos hindi ka nakakapag-fabricate ng points. Mapapagod kayo dumipensa. Bababa lalo yung quality ng mga sets na tinatakbo ninyo.
And so far, CSB again continuing this flow. Tane Davis this time inside.
I think that's an 8-2 run after the Remulla free throws, if I'm not mistaken.
35-32. That's the count right now. LPU nagahanap ng pamatay sunog. Bravo is troubled. Umali! Yes!
Umali! And a let go here. And merong warning It's another faking a foul.
This time on Davis na bumagsak.
Kanina may warning na kay Flores.
Enoch Valdez na ilusot. Wala yung tira. There's a whistle in the play. So this is going to be a personal on CSB. Both teams in the penalty already with 1 minute and 53 left in our first half. Tignan natin dito. Ito, burado yung depensa ni Davis.
So a little flop there.
Yeah.
On Davis and Sean O'Malley, double digits, soft hands. So tinitingnan natin kasi sumenyas yung referee. May warning na kanina.
Warningan.
Oo, kay Flores. And then nag-faking a foul ulit. I think that would be an automatic technical foul. So there should have been free throws after that faking a foul ni Davis. But so we'll see. I will clarify.
Ito, pinag-uusapan ng mga opisyalis natin. By the way, Sean Umali, first guy in double figures, as Coach Hammer mentioned, 11 points so far in the game. And again, continues to be the surprise player for this LPU team.
Parang yung meme na nakita ko kanina they're not big boys. Parang hippo, muscular.
Muscular.
Thick.
Thick. But you saw his strength earlier.
So there's another warning on Tane Davis. Because I think there was a faking a foul call kanina. I need to clarify this with our statisticians if there was a faking a foul on Flores kanina.
Kung official na tinawag.
Kung official na tinawag. Kasi nag-sign but we'll see.
Oo nga.
So back to the ball game.
Sige, back to the ball game. But that's gonna be an official warning on Tane Davis for faking on the foul, or faking a foul rather. Jump ball tayo dito to determine.
But may foul na tinawag before the clarifications.
Oh, si Enoch Valdez.
Loose ball foul on AJ Benson. On Enoch Valdez.
On Enoch Valdez, yung taker.
Okay, so may clarify lang doon sa ating... So there was no foul. There's a jump.
So 34-35.
So thank you for our stats. Na-confirm na wala pa lang. Faking a foul kanina kay Luis
so una
Flores.
to.
So double foul yung tinawag.
A double foul.
Double foul.
So first infraction yun. Ang tinawag kay Davis.
Magigiting itong mga stats guys natin. On point.
Talaga, syempre.
Laga tayo dito. Maraming salamat.
Ayan. LPU maintains possession here. They got a fresh 40 to work with. Benson getting the ball. Benson steal and a score for AJ Benson.
Love the energy of this guy. High looping floater off a steal. 6 quick points in the second quarter si AJ Benson.
Playing with a sprained ankle and all.
Pilay pa yan. Pilay pa yan.
Kanya ning galawan. Valdez running into a couple of defenders. Here is Abadeza underneath.
And Carlo Abadeza. I was saying this last game. I want this guy to really have a breakout year. Been waiting for this kid to really grow up. Parang ano rin to, Will Gozun.
Yan.
Yan magkakasabay. Magkakasabay yan sa
high school.
Oo.
Arellano naman to.
Sa Gilas na under 18.
Under 18.
Yan na magkakasabay.
But Abadesa, siya yung babad nung previous game natin. Hindi si Sean Umali. Tignan natin. Ito yung steal kanina ni AJ Benson off the inbound against Ginto. And then on the other end, challenging that defense of Ginto and then able to score over him. 37-36. You like the back and forth that we're having here in the first half.
And I gotta commend again the officiating. Nothing outside of basketball, and they are letting the players be physical.
Right.
Pero pag kayo mga inadvertent contact, pinababayaan. Pero pag may intent, pinipituhan.
Yan.
So yan yung gusto officiating. Bayaan mo lang sila magbanggaan, magbakbakan. Pero pag hindi na basketball movement, pipituhan.
Yan. So, a minute remaining here in the first half. Valdez nag-iisip, has been silent since the early minutes of this game. Kunanan, 4 seconds to work with. Abadeza floats it up, too strong. Naive gets it. 2-on-2 break. Robbie to the corner. Carlos for 3. No. And board goes to AJ Benson, diving for it, gets it to Carlos. Look at the hustle of Benson. Limb floater. No go. And Valdez, Davis getting tangled up. Jump ball situation.
Love the effort. Yeah. Love the energy of both teams.
Look at this. Battle for the loose ball, the board. Nakakuha si Valdez initially, pero hinawakan ito ni Tane Davis.
And hand-on ball.
Yeah.
Hand-on ball, no contact. Yung sa pag-landing lang ni Enoch Valdez. Medyo na funny bone.
Yan.
Medyo, on the floor.
When he got slammed on the floor. So CSB will have possession. About 8 to 9 seconds difference between our clocks. Robin Naive to get this one in. Oh, Carlos is open.
Clean look. Gotta make those shots.
He gets his own miss though. Gets the rebound here. 10 seconds. Ooh, that's gonna be a turnover for the Blazers.
Off that long rebound, could have swung it to Robin Naive. He was so free coming from that bottom screen. May stack screen pa nakasunod. But opting to create it, sayang lang. Libre na sana.
So LPU has 11.7 seconds to manufacture a shot before we end the first half. So it's gonna be Guadagna, Navarro, Abadesa, Valdez, and Ginto for LPU. 8 seconds, it is with Enzo. Navarro, the spin, sends it to the corner. Guadagna lumapit. Too strong on the jumper. Abadesa collects, but unable to score. And that's gonna be the end of the first 2 quarters of this game. Back and forth affair again. It's a very close matchup between these two teams. But at the half, it is the Blazers up by a... single point, 37-36. So makikita po natin yung ating final score dito.
Kaya na ng palaki ang ating NCAA family. Kaya naman sa puntong ito, kilalanin natin ang dalawa pang bagong courtside reporters na napili para sa Season 97 dito sa Chatbox. Kasama natin si Lance Santiago at Aya De Quiroz.
Hey!
Hi!
Hey! Gusto mo yung hi?
Hi!
Hey!
Taas ng energy taas.
Hello, Aya. Hello, Lance. And welcome to the NCAA family and GMA. Kamusta? Kamusta yung feelings natin? Let's go to Aya first kasi you are a returning courtside reporter sa NCAA. You spent the season here. If I'm not mistaken, that was season 94.
94.
94. So, how you feel to be chosen again and to be back?
I'm extremely grateful that I'm back. I'm supposed to be a season or 2 seasons more knowledgeable, right? And it feels great to work with you again and with everybody else. So I'm very excited, but I know it's big shoes to fill, and I promise that I will be coming much more prepared this season.
Oh, it's a guarantee.
Of the CSB Blazers against the LPU Pirates. Before we give you the numbers of these two teams at halftime, puntahan muna natin si Baileys Akot. Nakasama si Althea Ablan, our Kapuso star today. Go ahead, Baileys.
Thank you, Martin. Kasama ko si Althea Ablan, our TikTok star and one of the stars of Prima Donnas na GMA. Althea, how's it feel to be here watching college sports, watching the NCAA? 2 years ang nawala. How does it feel to be here?
Yes, first of all, hi Bailey, and thank you for having me here, NCAA. Siyempre, super fun and enjoy. Tinan mo, second quarter pa lang, and then super G na G sila dahil nga 2 years sa banggit mo, so matinding training yung pinagdaanan nila. And then, ayan, G na G sila ngayon.
Yes, speaking of G na G, ikaw rin, G na G ka noon kasi ikaw rin naging student-athlete. You played volleyball growing up, if I'm not mistaken. So, anong position mo noon and ano yung parang sense na, yung parang connection na nafe-feel mo rin na again din yung nararamdaman ko noon competing?
Matagal na kasi yun grade 7 ako, and then parang everyday meron kaming training. So, bukod sa pag-artist ako, meron ako sports. So, para diba mas sporty akong tao. So, position, wala akong position din. So, play lang ng volleyball. And
so, you're still a fan of volleyball?
Yes,
still actively playing
yes.
on your free time?
Yes.
Okay. So now here sa NCAA, you know, all the games are during every days except Mondays and Thursdays. Every kailan naman ang Prima Donnas?
Ayan, ang Prima Donnas naman ay every Mondays to Saturdays after Itbulaga po yan sa GMA. So, manood po kayo niyan every Mondays to Saturdays.
Yes, and a message to the NCAA fans?
Ayan, message ko to to all the NCAA fans na continue supporting NCAA Season 97.
Yes.
Tama, ayan. So, kasi ang tagal nang walang play, so alam ko lahat kayo gustong-gusto niyo na ulit papanood. Especially ako, live. It's my first time here. So, thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Althea, and we'll be back for a commercial break for the second half.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/pinsan, Justin Gutang. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Boni lang yung tawag sa akin, Boni. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm Jeyo Ambohot, 25 years old, 6'7", position, power forward. Nanggaling ako sa New Bataan, Davao de Oro, at doon ako.
Back to our coverage and inside St. Benilde Gym here in La Salle, Green Hills for your NCAA Season 97 Men's Basketball Tournament. Stronger Together. Buo ang puso live on GTV, GMANetwork.com, YouTube, Facebook. At nandyan din po tayo sa GMA Pinoy TV at the half. It is the host school of NCAA Season 97, the College of St. Benilde Blazers, on top by a point against the LPU Pirates, 37-36. Both teams again looking for their first win after losing in our opening day against Beda and Letran. Let's take a look at the numbers. You guys are joined by Martin Oviar alongside Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio for this broadcast. So far, solid numbers for this team, for these teams rather, Coach Hammer. Pero ano ba yung naging difference doon sa magkabilang panig?
Basic na basic, Martin. Free throw shooting. Ang daming chances ng LPU to grab the lead. They had 17 free throws in the first half compared to the 8 that they had their previous game. But they really failed to capitalize on it. They missed 10 of those free throws. Sa kabila naman, mababang free throw shooting, 2 out of 6. Will goes on 1 out of 3 from the line. Kalahati ng free throw attempts na yan sa kanya. But if you look at the stats, across the board, dikit lang rebounding, 24-23 for CSB. But the points of turnovers, that would be the point of emphasis, especially when AJ Benson got in the ball game. That was a quick 8-point swing between Lim and Benson. They had that flow and they were able to defend. Points of turnovers, 14-11 in favor of the Blazers.
Great mention there of AJ Benson, Coach Hammer, because his entry changed the complexion of the game.
Definitely.
Doon nagpahabol ulit ang CSB kasi umaabante na nun ang LPU Pirates, and now CSB is back on top. As we take a look at our leading scorers, again, continues to be a revelation here in Season 97, Coach Hammer. Sean Umali with 11, and Culyar, all of his 7 points coming in the first.
And I need to call the LPU Athletics office, especially Coach Calyanta's office, need to order a Sean Umali jersey for myself. Myself. I am a fan. And sa kabila naman, AJ Benson, 3 out of 3 from the field, playing less than 5 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, only 4 minutes and 6 seconds of playing time, the latter part of the second quarter. Dun sila nakakuha ng flow, and that's when they recaptured the lead. Because for some time, LPU held on to that lead. Around 4.6 points yung naglalaro. But nung pag-enter ni Benson sa laro, dire-diretso na.
Yan nga, umarangkada na doon ang CSB Blazers. And again, we're able to overtake this LPU Pirates team going into halftime. Pero parehas naman ang team natin. Marami nang nakaka-score. A balanced attack. Sean Umali nga lang yung talaga nagsa-stand out in the scoring department. Enoch Valdez, very silent, especially in that second quarter. Nung unang first 2 possessions, dun lang nanggaling yung baskets niya. He's got 4 points in the ball game, pero malayo dun sa 22-point output niya against the San Beda Red Lions. All right. LPU Pirates, CSB Blazers. Tignan natin kung paano maglalaro ang ating second half. And speaking of the second half, that is coming up next. Huwag kayong alis. Magbabalik ang NCAA Season 97.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/pinsan, Justin Guteng. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Bonnie lang yung tawag saan, Bonnie. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm Jeo Ambohot, 25 years old. 6'7", position, power forward.
Ang CSB Blazers and the LPU Pirates. Second half is almost here. Almost, mga kapuso. Tignan natin, mga former Blazers to.
Looking for a closer.
Look, ito na.
Yan.
Dumating na.
May playing years pa yata Jonathan Gray. Still nursing an injury. Get well soon, Tan. Really one of the best players in the NCAA during his time. And one of the best coaches now in the 3x3.
There
Coach
you
Anton
go.
Altamirano.
Blazer Boy. At Blazer Boy.
Pangalan
on
pa
Twitter.
lang. He also served CSB for some time as part of the coaching staff.
Right. Siyempre, the son of the great player and coach, Eric Altamirano as well. Thank you so much for joining us here, Anton and Jonathan Gray. And you mentioned Coach Hammer. Kung may Jonathan Gray nung game against Letran, iba sana yung naging resulta.
Pwede, pero depende. Depende pa rin talaga breaks of the game eh. But you know, I love seeing alumni players being able to watch games again, and hopefully for all college leagues na makanood na ulit yung student bodies and then the alumni, because it's the lifeblood of the NCAA and college sports in itself. Dahil pag nandun yung fans, iba yung energy. Pero pagka ganito, alam mo kung sino yung gusto, sino yung gustong-gusto.
A foul on Enzo Navarro. 38-42. Talaan natin dito sa ating third quarter. So far, great action from both teams.
Look for this baseline.
Benson, ilabas kay Marcos.
Pump fake, hindi nga masyadong madiin yung first step eh. So nag-alangan din yung help side defender.
That's a gutsy move coming from McCoy Marcos. Oh, what a pass! Navarro going to the wide open Guadagna.
That's an automatic play pagdating dito sa koponan ni Coach Gilbert Malabanan. Strong side attacking, weak side backdoor. They had a lot of opportunities against San Beda and dito rin sa ating laro.
Enoch Valdez called for the offensive foul. Pinomba niya yun kay Culyar.
Klarong-klaro. Binabaan ng balikat. Yan. Sa larong kalye, sinuyod sa ilalim. Enoch Valdez.
Medyo nanggigigil na itong si Enoch Valdez.
But as the reps get in, he would be able to develop that catch and try to ever so slightly iwasan yung bantay. Kasi pag bata, alam mo, pag nakakita ng bantay, kahit ako, alam, gustong-gusto ko to eh. Pag may tumatakbo, babanggain mo eh. And pag may referee, charging talaga.
Yan yung tinawag doon. Culyar though, forcing the shot on the other end. Here's Enzo. Remulla is open. That's all day to shoot for Yancy Remulla.
Basic dribble drive concept. Attacking on one side. Blur screen by a shooting big guy. Pop guy on the defense is at the bottom. free 3 yun.
Umahabol ngayon ng LPU. Speaking of LPU, puntahan natin si Christian. Christian?
Ipinapatupad nga ang social distancing pero tila dikit ng dikit ang laban ngayong araw. Nakikita naman natin na nagkakasundo ang Pirates at ang game plan nila dahil sabi ng team captain ay lilimitahan daw nila si Will Gozum at babantayan ang fast break points dahil strength daw ito ng CSB Blazers. Martin and Coach Hammer?
Maraming salamat, Christian. Gusto ko yung social distancing metaphor,
Nung nagsimula yung pandemic, lagi ko sinasabi yan. Kaya mag-social distancing. Wala ma-shooting yung mga buckets. But now, you can't do that.
Yep. Real action is here. And so far, dun sa assignment number 1, napigilan si Will Gozum. Effective so far ang plano nitong LPU. But on the fast break, especially how they started the third quarter, that's something they are addressing right now. Pero yung LPU, after the run earlier by CSB, quick recovery ang naganap sa kanila.
Weathering the storm.
Yun.
At saka hindi naman makaalagwa either team.
Yeah.
Laging andun lang, striking distance.
So 44-43, CSB gets it back. Carlos will try to facilitate. They go to the corner. Nagkagulo doon. Naive for 3. Naive knocks it down.
Great extra pass. Great extra pass. Alam mo, titira eh. Extra pass, saktong-sakto.
That was Benson making it happen. The feed inside is deflected. Benson. Ito, pakiramdam ko, nawawala na yung sakit ng ankle nito ni AJ Benson.
Napapangiti ako, Martin. Basketball is really back eh. Iba kasi yung college basketball, nakita mo yung mga small nuances eh, no? Pwede na niya itira ever so slightly. Kasi nung kalaban Letran, pinupukol niya eh.
Oo. Ito, the extra pass is there and that's the daylight. Ang kaunting daylight na yun, yun lang kinailangan ni Robbie Naive.
I would enjoy playing with this guy.
Yeah.
I would enjoy being a teammate of his. Very passionate, dives for loose balls. And alam mo na, he would rather elevate his teammate than put himself first. Kasi he could easily tell Coach Charles to put me in, Coach, I could play. But he still respected the coach's decision. No, you're not going to start. Nung binalasa na, kailangan ng instant impact, he was ready, despite being injured.
You like the mindset of AJ Benson, especially coming into this season. 2 taon tayong hindi naglaro.
Yeah,
of course,
you love players like that.
That's right.
You love watching, and we are fortunate to be able to cover them and really see the way that they grow throughout the game.
Yun talaga yun. The growth of the players. Benson, by the way, 11 points now. Guadagna, 4-3. That's too strong. Ginto with the board. Ginto will be clobbered
sa baba
by 2 green shirts. And that's going to be a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Jerwin Ginto. We got a timeout on the floor here. CSB trying to build momentum. Tumawag ng timeout si Coach Charles.
Hi, ako nga pala si JM Calma ng San Sebastian Golden Stags at nagmula ako sa Capas Tarlac. Ang position ko is forward tsaka center. Preparation ko siguro mas doble pa kumpara sa last season ko kasi ito na yung last ko eh. Bubuhos ko na lahat kung anong meron ako, nagpo-practice ako. Nandiyan naman yung mga coaches para i-guide ako.
Dami kong tapay po from San Beda, playing center. I'm from Cagayan Valley, Tuguegarao City. Madaming adjustment yung pinapagawa sa amin ni Coach. Una, mahirap pero unti-unti naman nakukuha na namin siya. And yun, parang nag-gel na kami as a team kasi bago ulit yung mga teammates namin, maraming rookies. So kailangan talaga namin mag-gel as a team. Perform kami na maayos this coming season.
Hi, I'm Ivan Santos, 24 years old, 6'6", center from the Mapua Cardinal.
CSB Blazers, tayo labante sila. Tignan natin kung ano yung update sa atin ni Baileys Akot. Baileys!
Yes, Martin, just an inside look on the College of St. Benilde Blazers. Na-mention sa kanila Will Gozum at nila JC Collier na meron silang war room, tayo-tawag nilang war room sa kanilang dorm kung saan sila nakabubble. Wherein dito sila nanonood ng movies, they order food, dito sila nagbobond, wherein they talk about their favorite books, most especially on mental perspective of the players. Ang movies na kanilang pinapanood are the likes of 42, Rudy, and this is how they bond as a team and improve their chemistry. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you so much, Baileys. And you need that, especially if you are in a bubble. Again, you're not just battling those physical challenges, also mental challenges. So kailangan talaga yung mga war room na yan para makapag-unwind kayo as a team.
Tawag sa amin nun dati, Team Day. Yan. 42, Jackie Robinson, Rudy, Miracle, Remember the Titans, Gladiator, favorite ni Coach ko eh. Untouchables, rinse and repeat. Yearly may schedule. Rinse and repeat.
Kailangan din may
theme eh.
May theme, tsaka medyo inspirational yung movies.
Gusto yan ng mga teammate ko kasi free cut yan eh. Pagka Wednesday, wala kami pasok eh.
Yun lang gagawin niya.
Oo, yun lang yung gagawin eh.
Free movie time. Pero ito, CSB Blazers up by 5 right now. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Benson. That one too strong. And it is Ato Barba now with the rock. They go outside to Kunanan. Kunanan will reset the offense and facilitate for LPU. They go to Guadagna off the screen. Guadagna is called for the travel.
Good look. Could have been an open shot on that 1-2 step, but he opted to attack the defender. Yun yung laro niya eh. Coming off screens, being parked on one spot, shooter talaga eh. But now he's trying to expand his game, getting a little bit more aggressive on attacking.
Marcos on the move. Marcos too strong on the layup. Davis collects it. Tignan natin yung turnovers natin dito. This time it's LPU committing more.
And that's why CSB is capitalizing on it. 5-2.
And Robby Naive continues his barrage. He is the second guy in double figures for CSB with 11. 51-44. CSB slowly building this lead. Remulla again is open. Off to the right. Battle for the board. Napunta kay Barba. 1 second. Barba flips it up and in. Referees are saying it's gonna count. So it's 2 points for Ato.
Yep, on the release nag-buzzer. So it's 2 points for Ato Barba. First basket yata niya, first field goal.
That's right. Here is Tane Davis. Correction, second basket para kay Ato Barba. Tignan natin, gustong dagdagan. Yun nga lang. Masyadong malakas yung pasa niya sa kanto. Papunta kay Guadagna.
Ibang-iba na yung basketball, no, Marvin? Before, when there's a fast break, you run your lanes eh. Wing guys run on that yellow box, yung volleyball line, yung mga open hitter o opposite spiker, yung tinatakbuhan nila, ganyan din ang tinatakbuhan ng mga wings, and they try to attack from the foul line extended, going downhill. Ngayon, it's sprinting, spreading on the corners. Doon nila gusto umatake, going to the middle.
That's right. Because of, again, a lot of teams prioritizing that three-point shot, even on the break. Mintes yung tira ni Ladis Lepalam. And there's Kunanan. Kunanan! Offensive foul ang itinawag dito on the illegal screen against Umali.
Pangatlong personal foul ni Sean Umali. An interesting stat, Mac Guadagna, 5.6 boards, 4 assists.
Wow.
Across the board brilliance. Kaya lang 4 turnovers.
Yun
lang.
But those are the same numbers that he produces when he was in high school. Carlo Lim, though, again, aggressively driving and able to draw contact. He will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Carlo Lim, high school sa Jubilee Christian Academy.
Under Coach Jude Gusolinda, kanilang athletic trainer sa Jubilee. And a strong program. For before the pandemic, I think they won a championship in one of the leagues na sinalihan nila. And the women's team also malakas.
Malakas din.
With Jubilee Christian.
And Carlo Lim, again, is a proud product of that program. Ayun, nandito siya sa NCAA. He was there in season 95 as well, pero pabugso-bugso yung gamit because they still had Gutang and the other players here in CSB.
Yankee
Haruna, that's right.
And all those guys.
May Lucho pa nun.
Oh. God rest his soul, Clement Lucho,
Clement
of
Lucho.
course. A dear member of the NCAA family.
That's right. Loose ball here as Lim misses the second free throw. So an empty trip para kay Carlo Lim will give LPU the opportunity to inch closer. Navarro, they go to Abadesa. Sinalubong ni Lepalam.
Hindi maliit yung Abadesa. Around 6'5", 6'6" din tong batan to.
But Robin Naive, look at that. Wala yung tira niya. And here comes Kunanan. Binangga ni Prince Carlos at the middle of the court. 51-46.
Great effort by Ladis Lepalam, crashing the rebound, but passing it to the wrong guy. You gotta love the effort of this kid. Before, he had the hard time getting to the floor, getting into the game. But now, slowly and surely building up.
Again, Ladis is 6'9". So that's a rare, that's a gem.
He's mobile, mobile 6'9". He can move.
That's right. Navarro looking for his shot. Lobbing it up to Remulla kasi tumalikod na si Benson. But ball sails out. Let's go to a timeout first, called by CSB. They're up by 5, 51-46.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising.
Back to the coverage. Correction, ang tumawag pala ng timeout na yon ay si Coach Gilbert Malabanan of the LPU Pirates. They are down right now by 5 points in the third quarter. On your screens right now, si Coach Gilbert. Produkto rin yan ng NCAA.
UPHR pa sila dati.
UPHR.
Team na yun.
Pakiramdam ko kanina nung game natin, nanonood din siya. Sila medyo nagsusupport ng konti.
May kurot sa puso.
Oo, may ganon. Alma mater pa rin.
Si Coach Bay Cristobal ang head coach nila. Kaya kailangan matanong natin kay Coach Gilbert, kay Kuya Chester, kay Kuya Jojo Manalo. Yung team na I think they were twice beaten by CSB in year 2000 before CSB won their first championship with Sunday Salvacion.
And this is an offensive foul on Ato Barba. That was a strong CSB team. The one that you mentioned, and eventually won a championship in the start
sobrang
of the
lakas
2000s.
ng team na yun.
Malakas yun.
Elvis Tolentino was there, Jay Lapini, Mark Magsumbol, Dino Perlas, Ron Capa, John Dan Salvador, Almagpayo.
John Dan tsaka Sunday.
Professional basketball player, naglalaro ng college.
Correct. But that's a nice move coming from Will Gozum. That's his move.
Everything but the finish.
So here comes Enzo Navarro. Again, still a close game in the third quarter. Navarro off to the left. Rebound goes to Lepalam. Lim starting the break again. But this time they will slow it down. Lim.
Of the third quarter.
Hindi pa naman po ng...
Of the third quarter.
Hindi pa last 2 minutes ang laban. Third quarter pa lang po tayo. Yung si Ato Barba crashing there.
Sobrang intense ng laro natin. Tikdikan. Parang last 2 minutes yung energy ng mga players. May sense of urgency.
Meron. Lahat ng tao dito. Yan. 46-51 still. Panay ang physicality natin dito sa ating laban. Larupay is in the game. Defending Gozum. And Will falls down. And that's gonna be a foul on LPU. So Enzo's third foul of the game. Ito. Yung palakang neto ni Enzo Navarro.
Yung hilaw na tulong sa depensa. Kasi kung tutulong ka, biglagay mo na yung buong katawan mo doon to take the contact. Hindi pwede yung bewang lang. Dahil pag diskumpiyado yung katawan mo, tatawagan ka talaga ng foul.
And Will Gozum, we mentioned this at halftime.
Laki rin kasi ni Will Gozum. Masakit din yan pag tumama eh.
Yung disparity din nila ni Enzo Navarro. 1 out of 3 in the first half.
Kaya ma-amaze kayo nung panahon nila Coach Topex. Ano yan eh, drill talaga yan ni Coach Bay at ni Coach Turo. Yung help side ng guard, sasalo ng big man na rumurol. Sakit nun eh. Nun, yung pagka-hard roll pa, natatanggapin mo, tapos kukuha ka ng charge.
Maliit ka na. Hindi pa ikaw yung umaatake, ikaw yung receiving end. Larupay sent back by Gozum.
Good help on the breakdown by Will Gozun.
30 to work with for the Pirates. Malayo tong inbound na to. Carlos with the hustle. Prince saving it to the wrong man. And Cunanan is able to recover. Guadagna is unable to handle the pass.
Nagmadali.
Valdez checks in, replaces Ato Barba. Again, Valdez has been silent in this game. Hard screen at the half court from Gozum. Gozum, bumomba sa ilalim. It is Abadeza. Called for the personal.
Good, hard pick. Direk, gusto ko pa makita ulit yun dahil magandang makita ng mga bata na nanonood that you can help your team by doing the little things. Right there, Gozun was rewarded with the pass after setting a high screen on the half court to free up the ball handler. Hockey assist na lang nga eh. Yung ball handler on the entry, dive lang si Gozun. Di niya nakita on the screen and roll, yung isa ang pumasa.
Doon ang activity na yun ni Will Gozum. Oo. And you saw...
Mga good morning yun eh. Good morning!
Yan. Ay gusto mo naramdaman niya, yung ginanahan siya. Naipasok yung bola sa loob. 53-46, 0 out of 2 from the free throw line though from Will. LPU again, may chance ulit. Lumapit dito. It is Mac Guadagna scoring on the drive.
Good layup by Mac Guadagna. CSB was asking for a technical dun sa paghang ni Larupay sa ring.
A collision here between Flores and Cunanan.
Mabit yung paa on the challenge. But right here, on that finish, off-foot layup ni Guadagna, they were asking for a technical here. But, rule, if you would be landing on someone and your safety will be in peril, pinababayaan niya ng mga officials. So you can hang a little bit on the rim.
So we saw there, it was Gozum who was under Larupay. And Chris Flores on your screens right now. A big coming out of Chiang Kai-shek.
Solid program.
Mancom representative of the Lyceum of the Philippines University, the legend.
The Godfather.
Sir Hercules
Coach
Calianta.
Herc Calianta.
Kaya akong buhatin niya ni Sir Herc eh.
Prof ko pa yan sa postgrad. Favorite ako niyan eh.
What? Ba yan si Sir Herc?
Tsaka alam mo nung course niyan dati sa UP? Stats.
Wow.
And then they were the first powerlifting squad. Galing mag-badminton niya ni Coach Herc.
Masakit sa ulo yung stats scores na yun.
Oo. Saka,
UP
alam mo to si Coach Herc, pagka nagkukwentuhan kami, laging biro ko sa kanya, Coach, nakailang steps ka na? Kasi may step counter siya sa watch niya even before it was in vogue. Tapos pagkakulang, nag-workout yan pagkagabi.
Fit na fit pa rin.
Oo.
Si Sir Herc.
Life goals.
Exactly. In the meantime, 54-48. Flores able to convert on a free throw earlier.
A dribbling violation on that fake hand, oh.
So, Kunana nang natawagan dito. Ito si Father Vic Calvo.
Father Vic.
Of Letran. Mancom rep ng Letran po natin.
Last year's Mancom chair. Tanungin mo na ilang push-ups na at burpees today.
Iba, yan din. Fit na fit.
Yung huli, 400 yung nakikita ko eh. Tapos tinatag pa yung mga alumni players nila eh.
Para ma-motivate?
Oo eh.
Or mahiya pag hindi pa nag-workout tong araw na yan?
Lulumo ako pag nakikita ko, napapagod ako eh.
Ito, puro burpees nga, inire-record ni Father Vic. Pero our Mancom...
Hello nga, mas condition pa siya sa ibang player nila.
A lot of Mancom reps here inside the venue in LaSalle Green Hills.
Been there for the longest time na rin, si Father Vic.
Ayan.
I think he would be on his 20th year next year.
Wow.
23. Kasi he started with Letran 03, if I'm not mistaken, the first championship that he was with. Kasama sila Ron J. and Tile. Sila Jonathan Aldave, Aaron Aban, and the crew boy at Bautista.
Oh, good putback pero wala yung tira.
Another block by Will Gozun on Carlo Abadeza.
Last shot time for CSB. Lim has 5 seconds. Agaw ni Valdez. Valdez makakawala. 3 seconds to work with Valdez. No! But the putback right there. Umabot yan para kay Larupay.
So they're going to review this, but not bad for LPU because they had a buzzer beater in the first quarter. Second quarter, they had a clean shot, but was not able to make it. But here, Larupay not giving up on the play. Not stopping till the fight is done. Making the basket right there. 3 points instead of going into the fourth with a 6-point lead na ibaba nila yan sa 4.
It was made official. So our score here after the third, 54-50. As we take a look at some of the highlights here of the third quarter. Ito yung isa sa mga nagsimula ng ating third quarter. Yancy Remulla knocking down the jumper. And then the unselfishness of AJ Benson went to Robbie Naive. Nakarami din yung Naive tsaka Benson ng third quarter. 11 points apiece for them. And they will have the lead. Carry it to the fourth quarter, 54-50. Ito po sa ating laban. Magbabalik ang NCAA Season 97 on GTV.
The NCAA going all the way. We are stronger together. We are stronger together.
We've already revealed the first 11 new courtside reporters who now make up our NCAA Season 97 broadcast team. And to complete our selection of 13, let's welcome Christiana Di Maunahan and Anne Gabriel. Hi, girls! Welcome to the show. Congratulations pala, and welcome, of course, to the NCAA family. I know both of you have like careers outside of being a courtside reporter. You're a fourth-year law student. Congratulations. You're a well-known basketball player. So what pushed you guys to join the courtside reporting team? Let's start with Christiana.
Actually, being a courtside reporter has always been a hidden dream of mine. Parang hindi alam ng mga tao na medyo gusto ko siyang itry dati. And then, the pandemic came, nawalan kami ng training, nawalan kami ng liga, nawalan kami ng games. And I missed the feeling of being inside the court to the point na sobrang magiging fulfilled na ako. Sobrang magiging...
Benilde Gym here in LaSalle Green Hills at the center of Metro Manila in Mandaluyong City. Patuloy ang aksyon sa ating Tuesday doubleheader of your NCAA Season 97 Stronger Together, buo ang puso. You guys are joined by Martin Javier, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, at pong dalawang courtside reporters, nandyan si Christian Sebastian at Baylis Akot. 54-50, we started the fourth quarter rather, with a foul from Larupay na umiscore no huling basket natin. It was counted, and that enabled LPU at the end of the third quarter to trim the lead to just 4. Let's see what will happen here in the most crucial part of the game. Fourth quarter, final 10 minutes.
No waiting time.
Well, Winning time. Nung huling laban ng CSB, dito sila kinapos. LPU rin. Dito naman sila humabol against San Beda.
Banderang kapos.
Yan. So, ito si Chris Flores. Inabas kay Carlos for 3. No go. Rebounded by Larupa. Here comes LPU. Outlet to Valdez. Nagahanap ng puntos. Valdez to the basket.
Using the offhand. Enoch Valdez finishing with the right hand in stride.
Yeah. Gozum on the other side. Count that one. Plus the foul for Will Gozum.
Kailangan duguin ni Will Gozum bago makakuha ng puntos. He is a marked man.
Right.
He's a marked man. Everybody knows his talent. And you gotta look at it that way. Talagang markado. Every time that he touches the basketball, as we see this fast break by Enoch Valdez. But every time na hawak ni Will Gozum yung bola, 2, 3, minsan 4 na tao pa yung nakapalibot sa kanya tulad nun.
At that time, able to finish inside, also completing the three-point play. Will now has 7 points across his name, despite the limited time on the floor. Kasi kanina, nag-flourish yung ibang big men. Ito ni Coach Charles. So, 57-52. Valdez escaping again. So, signs of life from Enoch to start the fourth.
And again, starting it like the way he started it in the first quarter. Dito sa fourth quarter, getting back-to-back baskets.
Ooh! A rejection coming from Larupay.
Tit for tat for the block that he had kanina kay Larupay, itong si Mix Gozun.
Dapat si ano yan? Abang
Huli,
na abang.
Huli on that drop down.
That's right. Battle for the loose ball, oh.
Malaking bagay yan Martin. Yung kanina ko pa minimension, yung help side defense. Kasi usually, pag nagbabakasyon ng team, yun ang unang nawawala. 2 taon tayo nagbakasyon. So either nag-aral lahat or nagpabaya. So kita natin lahat ng teams very adamant na laging may help side. Laging may help side. Kasi that's how you compensate Kung hindi man ganun kabilis yung guys in front of the attacker, meron kang second level defender na sasalo if ever magkaroon ng breakdown.
Very crisp. Yung execution, reaction ng mga player natin. When it comes to that help side D. Larupay again against Gozum, but you like the hustle in this quarter by Larupay. In this game, para dito kay Larupay, siya rin nakatapik nun. Corteza nakakuha ng bola. Culyar. Dishing it to Gozum. Gozum the spin. Deep reverse goes for Will.
Balik bombilya sa kabila. Kinuha, lalim ng dukot ni Will Gozun sa ilalim. On that, ang lalim ng pihit. Malalim talaga yun He was behind the backboard.
Navarro on top. Drop pass inside. Oh!
Good help. Make those shots.
Maganda rin yung tulong doon ni Corteza, pero nahagip niya yung kamay nito ni Ginto. Tignan natin yung setup dito. Will Gozum, 1 dribble in, spinning from Ginto, and then went for the reverse.
Ganda. The footwork, finishing. Subtle skill set.
And this is the Will Gozum that we've been waiting to see in the NCAA. He's got 9 points so far with a couple of rejections as well. Ooh, Ginto just missing on the first.
And Jerwin Ginto ang inaantay natin, yung masanay siya na sumalo ng drop pass and then initiate the contact.
Right.
Kasi usually pag nakakasalo siya ng bola sa ilalim, gusto na niya agad i-finish instead na create and carve a little bit more space, get yourself balance, and then finish. Kasi ang laki ng katawan nito
One thing.
Rugby. Nag-rugby to sa Australia before.
Younger brother of NCAA standout, Bradwin Ginto. Marcos, off the glass, wala. Gozum. It was tapped from behind, so mananatili ang bola dito sa CSB Blazers. 9 seconds nalalabi sa kanilang shot clock. Coach Charles on your screens right now. A solid job with the CSB Blazers so far. And Will Gozum, wala lang yung kanyang reverse. Marcos on the second chance. He converts.
Good pump fake by Makoy Marcos.
And CSB now with a 7-point lead. Cunanan is left open. That's too strong. Rebound. Goes to Cunanan. Cunanan. Pabale. Inilabas ang bola. Hindi lang nakapwesto si Enoch Valdez.
Hindi lang nagdalawa, nagtatlong isip atake mo kung supalpal. Pag wala.
Naghanap na sa gilid eh.
Andun ka na eh, nag-commit ka na ng shot attempt, tapos saka kapapasa in the last moment, nagre-react na yung mga kakampi mo.
So, a turnover for LPU. Balik ang bola dito sa CSB. Gustong dagdagan itong lamang nila and get their first win of the season. Marcos driving. Marcos, rejected. And on the move is Barba. Barba, no good on the finish, but a foul was whistled. Ito yung turnover numbers natin. 26 for the LPU Pirates so far, Coach Hammer. 18 para sa CSB, but that's a huge number for LPU.
Konti na lang, mag-iisang buwan na. Daming turnovers. And you want to limit your turnovers around 3 or 2 a quarter. That's what elite level teams do. Play it safely and initiate your offense, but 26 turnovers, that's just very high.
Dagdag mo pa yan sa marami nilang mintis mula sa free throw line. They are 9 out of 23 officially right now after that make from Barba.
Hindi rin naman nalalayo yung St. Benilde. 8 out of 19.
Pero ito, agaw ni Valdez. Valdez will score the easy deuce. And a steal and the score for LPU. They got a timeout on the floor. 4 ang abante ng CSB.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising, getting all your senses ablaze.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday.
Season 97 ngayon, kasalukuyang sinusubukang habulin ng LPU yung lamang nitong CSB. Meantime, puntahan ulit natin si Christian Sebastian for an LPU update. Go ahead, Christian.
Papaitan ang paboritong ulam ni Enoch Valdez pero mamamapak kaya siya ng puntos para sa last quarter. Pressure, yan naman ang paalala ni Coach Gilbert at inaasahan na si Navarro ang magiging bida para makahabol ang koponan. Tiwala naman si Coach Gilbert at Coach JC na maiuwi nila ang panalo basta't dumipensa lang daw ang mga pirata. Martin and Martin.
Maraming salamat, Christian. Papaitan nabuhayan.
Bagay sa panahon. Sa panahon.
Tama.
Mainit, mas mainit. Mas mainit.
Pero Enoch Valdez quietly has reached double figures in this game. Meron na siyang 10 puntos.
Getting 6 in the second half.
In the second half, that's right.
Latter part of the third quarter.
And again, it starts from his aggressiveness. At lalong-lalo na yung mga play niya on the fast break opportunities. Ito, siya yung nakakuha ng bola. Agaw mula sa LPU. And they are trying to inch closer. They're knocking on the door right now. Navarro, inilabas kay Valdez. Valdez driving against Benson. Off the glass, no go. Put back, wala pa rin. Battle for the board. So, babalik ang bola. Last touch sa LPU, balik ang bola sa CSB.
Might be the biggest lineup of LPU right now with Enoch Valdez at the 3 spot. Ato Barba as a 2 guard. Larupay and Sean Umali both on the front court with Enzo Navarro.
That's right. And you like the mix here. May halong energy guy at saka may mga scorer din as Naive pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
Masyadong malinis yung pagkakapasag nila dun sa press and the free look by Robbie Naive and knocking it down.
Fire extinguisher provided by Robbie Naive. 63-57. Apparently a long two coming from Robbie. Ball tapped outside, hinahabol ni Navarro. Eto, CSB, kinokontestoid. Hindi daw hinawakan ng CSB. Navarro, wala pa rin. Rebound goes to Larupay. At may pasabit doon. Foul mula sa CSB. Tignan natin itong pag-break ng press ng CSB. Yeah, step on the line, but...
Bahagya, ayan. Ito mas magandang angle. Ganda talaga ng HD. Kitang-kita mo. Yung hinlalaki, nakapatong doon sa linya. Long two. Robbie Naive.
Robbie Naive leading the way for the Blazers with 13 points. A product of...
they scored it as a 3.
Oh!
Scored it as a 3. On our official score sheet.
So 63-57.
Napamat yung statistician natin. Sige, tingnan natin. Kinaklarify dito ng ating mga officials. Kasi ganun yan eh. When there is a contested shot, they review it right away.
Ito, chine-check nila.
On the next dead ball.
Okay naman. While we are waiting for the clarification, puntahan natin si Bailey sa akot.
Yes, Martin and Coach Hammer, although the Blazers are leading this game, Coach Charles Chu is not impressed with how they have been running their offense. Nagkakanya-kanya daw sila sa opensa. They should limit their turnovers, and just because they want to win this game does not mean that they shouldn't run this system. Now, na-mention din ni Coach Charles Chu na they have been in this position and they have been in this situation last game, and it is up to them if they want the result to be the same. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you so much, Baileys. And we heard the instructions earlier by Coach Charles.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
As if we were in the huddle. Yun ang kagandahan dito sa St. Benilde Gym.
Parang tayo rin yung pinapagalitan.
Oo, pinapagalitan.
Nagsasabihan. Minomotivate yung mga players niya. But right now, they have the lead. After that, after the timeout, they scored on the bucket by Robbie Naive. So it kind of worked. Kind of worked out for CSB that time. And again, they're looking at this very closely kasi masyadong malapit to. Looking at it at, all angles. In some angles, it was behind the line.
Kung si Coach Charles yung tumira, kaya si Coach Marvin 3 points yun, sure ball. Pero tinitingnan natin on the officials, mukhang masyadong maganda yung angle natin dito. Ako, ang tingin ko 3. It was a 3 eh. It was a 3. It was a rhythm 3 right on that arc.
Yeah. So, tignan natin. Ito, iba-ibang angulo yung sinisilip ng mga opisyalis natin. We saw 2 looks earlier. And this was, I think, the cleanest one.
Ito yung bottom cam. But if you look at it from this angle, may isa pang angle eh, yung press box.
Yung sa likod ni Robbie. So they're counting it as a 3-pointer officially for Robbie Naive.
Pero kung si Coach Charles yan sa mga pick-up games natin, wala.
Sigurado tres. Malayo-layo sa linya. Our official count tally right now is 64-57, and that brings Robbie Naive to 14 points in our ball game.
Good numbers off the bench. Okay, Omar Larupay, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 7 boards.
He's been big. The energy hustle guy for Coach Gilbert today. And CSB will try to compound on this lead. It is Colliar with a drive, sending it to the corner. Robbie, apunta kay Marcos, pinali kay Naive. Good reset. Nagsilang interest. Valdez on the touchdown. That was a fast play on the move for LPU.
2 passes, layup, basic na basic.
Oh, but the execution here and the connection between Colliar and Gozum.
And Will Gozum upstairs. Ginamit pa yung board. on that finger roll. Jelly na pala ngayon, hindi na finger roll.
Jelly! Will Gozum will enter double figures for the first time this season. 11 points for him alongside 7 boards. That was a great play coming from CSB to counter the fast break of LPU. Eto muna yung nagsimula nun. Enoch Valdez.
2 passes, layup sa kabila.
Look at
2
that.
passes, lob pass.
Saucy. Gozum with a conversion. Barba with a power move underneath.
Yung Barba, last time na nakita natin ito ng high school, payat pa eh. Maaman eh.
Eh ano na? May laman na. Kulyar. Naive, thinking about it, pero na-check na siya dito. Robbie on the floater, no go. Rebound goes to Marcos. Marcos sumalubong ng defenders. Marcos though, doesn't matter, he converts.
And deceptive quickness and bounce si Mokoy Marcos eh. Yung athleticism niya na umangat, ibaba pa ng bahagya yung bola, then finish it off the glass.
Showing us the familiarity in this court. Umali with the offensive rebound. Umali flips it up. Could not convert.
Sikip, 4 yung tao na nandoon.
3-on-1 break. Kulyar finishing with the offhand.
Using the rim to protect that layup.
And don't look now. The Blazers have built a 9-point lead, 70-61. We got a timeout on the floor.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Pagising, pagmulat, pagiging bukas sa mga bagay na nagbibigay sa'yo ng kaba. Breathing, healing, rising.
NCAA Season 97. Live na live po ngayon sa GTV, GMANetwork.com. Nandiyan tayo sa Facebook and YouTube. Hello sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin online and on free TV as well. Ito yung galaw kanina ni Makoy Marcos, showing us a familiarity on this floor. Here's the outlet from Benson and then the converting JC Kulyar.
Plus 14 when he is on the floor.
AJ Benson.
Kitang-kita naman eh. Whenever he is inserted, the team is running as well as Robbie Naive, plus 16.
They're getting that extra boost of confidence mula dito kay Benson. Navarro, stolen away by Naive.
Playing like a cornerback dun si Robbie Naive, recovering to the corner and stealing that basketball.
Former Red Cup really impressing us today. Agaw naman ni Vincent Cunanan, a counter steal for LPU rather. And Cunanan is able to score.
Great footwork by Cunanan. Planting, slowing down, balancing himself mid-air and making a shot.
And Cunanan falls down. Benson from the corner. Short. Tumatakbo ulit ang LPU. Natapik ni Benson. Good anticipation. And this is a foul on Valdez.
Pang-apat.
That was a great read coming from Benson. Trying to contain Valdez. Let's take a look at it. Ito muna, mas magandang anticipation mula kay Cunanan. And then you mentioned slowing it down on the break.
Ang hirap nun, Martin, running full speed and then getting one bounce, picking it up, and then getting that one gather step. Go to your right, off foot. Pilipit.
Finish. Off the glass pa. 3 minutes remaining. That's 3 minutes exactly, folks. 70-63 is our tally. And right now, Usually sa fourth quarter, bumabagal ang laro natin, Coach Hammer. Pero itong fourth quarter natin mula sa CSB and LPU, it's been very fast. Pace is up. Robbie. Benson thinking about it. Driving baseline, going to Will Gozum down the middle.
Great recognition on that dive. AJ Benson to Will Gozum. Saktong-sakto eh. Instinctive na lang yun eh, yung mga ganong dive. Kasi libre na si Benson eh, on the penetration. Walang tumulong, but on the dive. Ito, simpleng-simple, one-on-one on the attack, pulling the defender right there. Very basic basketball.
Yeah.
Instinct eh. Step into the shaded area, big man instinct, get into that dunker spot, or get to the middle of that defense for an offensive rebound or a drop pass.
Great action there from CSB. And Benson really doing it on both ends for the Blazers. Remulla, this will be big, no go. And Valdez just couldn't handle that rebound, losing it out of bounds. 3 players in double figures so far for CSB. 14 for Naive, Gozum with 13, and Benson with 11. 72-63. 2-27. Nalalabi sa ating laban. Can CSB hold on and get their first win of the season? Naive, hounded. Gets it to Colliar. Just in time, bago siya nasikipan itong defenders ng LPU. Ooh, foul from behind on the tap coming from Renzo. Pang-apat ni Enzo Navarro dito sa ating laban. 2:11 to go. Fresh clock for the Blazers. Benson against Punanan. Benson will try to create, but he will back up. Benson out of control, stolen away by Cunanan. Cookies here for Vincent Cunanan. 65-72. LPU with a quick one. Can they do it again? Naive, nakaposisyon sa ilalim yung Marcos. Napunta kay Gozum. A foul is whistled on the smaller Vincent Cunanan. So Will Gozum heading to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Ito yung double team kanina kay Benson. Agaw ni Cunanan. Able to lay it in. So Gozum with a crucial trip to the line. He is 5 out of 9 so far, Coach Hammer.
And this is the versatility of Will Gozum. You saw him kanina trying to initiate his own offense, but let go of the keys, let his teammates create for him, moving without the basketball, bode well for him. Ang ganda ng inilaro niya ng fourth quarter.
At mukhang nakapag-warm up na rin siya sa free throw line, nailing 2 shots right there. He's hit his last 4. Here's the trap from CSB, and they get the steal. That's a crucial one for the Blazers. Colliar against Cunanan. Oh, a push against Vincent. Penalty situation for LPU. And Colliar now heading to the line, also trying to enter double figures. He does. He now has 10 points in the game.
4 guys in double figures para dito sa CSB, and Makoy Marcos warning na rin to get into double figures with 9 points.
1 basket away. Colliar converts on 2. 11 now for JC Colliar, and lead is at its biggest, 11, and CSB clicking on defense as well.
And it's not their offense that made them have this big lead. It was their defense fueling their execution.
So unlike their previous contest against Letran, CSB had enough firepower, Coach Hammer, in this one. And now they are poised to win their first game of the season.
Mahirap talaga. Mahirap sabayan yung Letran.
Yeah.
Kung firepower.
Depensa pa.
Oo.
Oh, Robbie Naive with a cold-blooded triple. 17 for Robbie. 79-65. The biggest lead for CSB. Drop pass and Yancy converts. Might be a little too late for LPU though, as CSB was able to build this humongous lead.
And AJ Benson going back to the bench here, heavily taped left ankle. I think he tweaked it again.
Oh, getting treated here on the sideline. And Gozum is open here. Gozum
pulls it out.
They just need to waste the time away. 10 seconds on their clock. Cuellar, corner shot, Naive! Too strong. And about 2-second difference. Hindi na. Patay na yung game clock natin. 16.2 seconds remaining in the ball game, and CSB, after the heartbreaker against Letran, seconds away from their first dub. 3-point shot in and out. Final seconds, finishing touches. And there you have it. The host school of NCAA season 97, the College of St. Benilde Blazers, securing their first victory, 79-68 over the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates.
Great defense, fueling their offense, collecting their first W, and the intensity was up from start to finish. That's the most important thing. Can they sustain? And they did.
It was a fun game.
Exactly.
It was a fun game, Coach Hammer.
Fun physical game.
That's right. And CSB coming out on top this time was able to finish and stay composed until the end. A convincing win against a strong LPU team, a young but a very solid LPU team. They get the win 79-68 here. And they had 4 guys in double figures, led by Robbie Naive with 17 points. Pumapangalawa sa kanya. Nandyan si Will Gozum with 15 points. Cuellar contributing 11. And AJ Benson, despite not being 100% nursing that sprained ankle, provided the goods off the bench with 11 points and changed really the complexion of the game. Talking about AJ Benson. And the CSB Blazers on the right track as they try to finally crack the Final Four this year. They were placed 5th in season 95, 9-9 your record nila in the elimination round. Now, you know, with what they showed today, Coach Hammer, they are showing that they are legit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of teams didn't know what CSB would bring to the table this year, considered another dark horse year for them. But slowly and surely, they've been proving everybody that they are not only a dark horse, but they're a contender. Really a contender with the way that they're playing as a team.
That's right. Yun nga yung pinakita nila dito. Blazers again with the win here. Okay nga, Les, we got more to talk about. Babalik po ang inyong NCAA season 97.
Volleyball action. Isa pang rason para maging excited ngayong NCAA Season 97. And speaking of excitement, excited na maging bahagi ng NCAA ang dalawa nating bagong courtside reporters na sina Christian Sebastian at Chloe Carrillo dito sa chatbox.
Chloe, hello Christian. Hi, how are you?
Doing great, doing great.
Doing great. Okay, excited ba kayo being a courtside reporter? Kasi bigyan natin ng context ha. Mga courses nila, medtech, techcom. kailan mo nagsimula yung dream na, to be in front of the camera and be a courtside reporter? Sige, let's start with Chloe.
Yeah, well, for me, it started for season 95. There was an opening to become a courtside correspondent. So pretty much, you would do content for halftime. And then when I auditioned for that, I didn't realize that I was too young for the age requirement. And then after 2 years, I was 17 at the time that I was.
We are at the conclusion of our second game today, Tuesday doubleheader para po sa lahat ng mga Kapuso fans natin dyan at mga fans ng NCAA, more specifically our CSB community, the Blazers. With the dub today, their first win of the season, 79-68 over the Pirates. Ngayon naman, kikilalanin natin ang ating best player of the game, kasama ngayon ni Baylis Akot. Go ahead, Baylis.
Yes, Martin, kasama ko si Will Gozum with 15 points. Will, masasabi mo ba na you and your team had first game jitters, kaya nakuha niyo yung panalo for this game?
Well, hindi. Kasi nasa amin yun eh. Nag-collapse kami sa huli. And yung defense, yung offensive rebound nga nung first game namin, sobrang dami. So, ayun talaga yung winner namin.
Ano yung naging difference maker niyo for this game? Anong pinagkaiba ng huling laro at natutunan niyo at nadala niyo sa laro ngayon?
Siguro, itong game na to, parang nagkaroon kami ng mas kumpiyansa dahil talo kami nung first game, di ba? So, binigay namin yung best namin talaga this game para...
So, during the fourth quarter, dumikit yung laro, you were in the same situation. What was in your head that time? Ano yung nadala mong leadership for your team?
Gusto lang namin talaga manalo. Ayun lang talaga yung nasa goal namin lahat. One at a time. So, kahit na kahit na dumidikit yung kalaban, kami parang kalma pa rin. Tapos laro pa rin. Enjoy lang yung game.
Thank you, Will. Any message to the NCAA fans and the CSB community?
CSB community, thank you po sa lahat ng mga binibigay sa aming blessings and opportunity. Thank you. NCAA fans, manood pa rin po kayo ng NCAA. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng suporta. Salamat.
Thank you, Will. Congrats. And back to you, Martin.
Baylis, thank you so much. There you go. A much-awaited breakout performance para dito kay Will Gozum in this NCAA season. 97, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and a rejection from the big guy.
Rejection.
That's right.
By Will Gozum. Might be the haircut, but we're expecting more from this guy. Be really a consistent force. And when he adjusted his game, when he played off the ball, that's when it worked wonders for everyone. It opened up the floor for Robbie Naive and AJ Benson, respectively.
There you go, Coach Hammer. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Pressure's mine.
There you go. Panalo po ang CSB Blazers today, mga Kapuso, 79-68. Getting that first win in our team standings. And on behalf of the entire team, my name is Martin Javier, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, our two courtside reporters, Christian Sebastian and Baylis Akot. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok ngayon. Kanina, unang game po natin, nanalo ang University of Perpetual Help in a convincing manner.
Gulpi di gulat. Yun ang inabot. Inabot na aking preseason pick. My preseason pick to win NCAA season 97. But, unang laro pa lang.
Una pa lang yan. And officially, again, all of the teams have played dito po sa season 97. Mga laban natin bukas. The Arellano Chiefs facing the defending champions, the Letran Knights. Arellano will have to move on with life without their star center in Justin Arana. Kalaban po nila ang Letran in our first game. And in the second one, it is going to be the EAC Generals against the San Pedro Red Lions. Coach Hammer, EAC, nakita ko dito, may mga piyesa sila.
Meron. Pwede, pero depende. Again, JP Moguliano is injured, sprained his ankle during their first game. CJ Cadwa still nursing that hamstring. I think it would be wise to rest it up a bit because, you know, with soft tissue injuries, it's tricky and icky. You don't want to mess with those. But Arellano, they have the pieces, they have people. Next in line, ganun naman yan eh. Availability is your best ability. Next man up, perform against the defending champs.
That's a great set of games again slated tomorrow po. Day 4 ng ating competition and our first Wednesday coverage dito sa NCAA season 97. In a long time. First time. Correct.
Hindi tayo napapagod. Hindi nga napapagod. Wala excuse.
Kahit everyday, may NCAA kung gugustuhin natin. Dito pa rin po yan sa St. Benilde Gym in Salle Green Hills in Mandaluyong City. You got a good matchup here. PEDA coming off a convincing win against LPU as well. EAC, I would like to emphasize on the two surprise players sila, Gortiza and Allen Liwag.
LU represent Chris Gortiza.
Ang balita sa akin kay Allen Liwag, he was 6'3" when he was recruited in 2019. 6'6" na ngayon.
Na wing wing, legit na wing. Pero naglalaro ng front court. So antabayan na natin paano siya i-maximize si Coach Oliver Boyd.
But a great first game for him as well in their previous one with 16 points. And the Letran Knights, kaabang-abang yung follow-up nung mamang yan. On your screens right now, Renzo Bando.
Tandaan mo, kanino nang galing na coach yan bago pumunta sa Manila. Galing kay Coach Chris Calagio yan. Kaya dugong letranista na yan bago pa dumating dyan.
Letran connection nga ang naghatid sa kanya dito sa Letran. It was Coach Chris, Coach Aldin, and now with Coach Bonnie here at the helm. Tignan natin kung paano yung magiging follow-up performance niya alongside the other players. Franyu, medyo nag-struggle pa nung larong yon. Only had 12 points, had a number of turnovers, but you know, for sure, knowing Fran, he is going to bounce back.
Next game, short-term memory, you get your W, and then you look forward on how you adjust your game to cater to the next opponent.
Coach Hammer, outlook on the win. That's the season pala nitong CSB Blazers. You saw what they can do. They were very solid in their first game against Letran, and now they are able to finally secure it against a tough LPU team.
Alam mo, Martin, nakikita na natin kung how the pieces will fit. Kung nakapaan yan but on a short season, you need to fast-track that. Nakita natin that Will Gozun moves well without the basketball. That's also one of his skill sets. Pwedeng magamit yan. Nakita natin, kaya siya nag-best player of the game. They have a shooter and attacker in Robin Naive, and Kular has been splendid handling that basketball. But the X-Factor, AJ Benson. If he gets healthy, mataas ang ceiling nito team na to.
What was it? Plus 14?
Plus 14 for some time. And he's still nursing that injury. Nakikita natin dito, walking gingerly. Tinanggal na nga niya kanina yung ankle brace niya before the game ended. And iced it early. Kasi syempre, prevention yan for the next game.
Lumabas na ng maaga, got it treated already. But AJ Benson, again, pagpag lang talaga.
Yan.
A warrior. Talagang nilaban. Ngayong araw na to had 11 points, but again, he was the difference maker for the CSB Blazers because every time he would get in, dun talaga sila umaarangkada talaga. And there you have it. Coach Hammer, thank you so much for joining us here today. Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, courtside reporters, Baileys Ako, Christian Sebastian. This is Martin Javier saying thank you. Good afternoon or good night po sa inyong lahat mga kapuso. Kayo pa rin ay nanonood ng NCAA Season 97 Stronger Together. Buo ang puso. See you guys tomorrow.
There's no I can do.